help them feel a little bit less unexpected. Call me today at 574-457-02.
Not saying those choppers were low, but we could almost tell you what cologne the pilots were wearing right there. That was pretty impressive with what we had a chance to witness here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Saban Field looking fantastic, and the crowd ready for this game. I think both sides more than ready to get things kicked off, even though we're still about 7 minutes away from doing so.
Fans are filling up, and boy, we need them here today to create chaos, especially when Oklahoma has the ball. I think the fans understand how important they are as far as impacting the play of the players out there on the field.
We check in with our aforementioned Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter, Corey Raymer. Partner, good to hear from you today. And while the shadows are falling on the Bama sidelines, it's still quite a sunny day covering most of the field. Tell me about the atmosphere, though, down at Saban Field.
Yeah, you can definitely tell everybody's excited for this homecoming game. A lot of people down here on the sidelines pregame know what's at stake for this game. Everybody's pretty juiced up. Feels good down here. I hate it for you guys staring right into the sun. I got the best seat in the house today.
You got a good one. It's not bad. Just glad to have a view at all. But I do wonder, Corey, because we talked about this pregame when we were outside the stadium. It had a different feel. Not fear, but I think quiet optimism maybe is the better way of saying it. Your thoughts on how Alabama likely feels in this game, knowing what's at stake and knowing what happened last year against a less talented Oklahoma squad.
Well, hopefully it's a silent assassin situation. You know, they're definitely remember what happened last year. Hopefully they're on a mission today. But everything felt good pregame last week, and you come out and it didn't seem like we were playing with all the energy level that we should have been against LSU. I expect to see something different here today. The locker room was ready to rock and roll, and these guys have had a good week of practice. They know what's at stake, like you said, but hopefully it's not just focused on what winning this game means for the postseason. It's just go out there and execute at the level that we know how to and play the best that we can play.
No Scooter leading it out, but the Sooners have indeed made their way onto the field, and in moments the Tide will roll out of its tunnel from the north end of the stadium. Let's listen in to some of the excitement and the pageantry of college football's best environment, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. What they needed. Champions, and the Tide does indeed make its way out of the tunnel with its head coach, sporting the black hoodie, leading them down the tunnel. And once again, the padding on the goalpost being put to the test by the head man for the Crimson Tide, Kalen DeBoer. He's talking all the time, Tyler, about need just a little more. And he said he understands sometimes the players need a little more from him in terms of emotion. By golly, they got a bunch coming out of that tunnel just moments ago.
And some of the best football this unit has played all season long has been when their head coach is fired up. And it just, they can feel that energy. It trickles down to them, and they're able to display it and take it out on the field.
Captains making their way to midfield where they'll get instructions from our referee, Daniel Gautreaux.
This is your umpire, Walt Hill.
Guys, this side is heads, this side is tails. Oklahoma, you were the visitors. What is your call?
Tails.
The call is tails. The call is tails. It is tails. You have won the toss. Defer. Which way would you like to kick? Oklahoma has won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. They will kick from the north end zone. Good luck, gentlemen.
Kickoff captain today, courtesy of Barkley GMC, was Aviana. Aviana, 9 years old, from Troy, Alabama, and loves Alabama football. We want to welcome Aviana and her family to Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium and thank Barkley GMC for their support of the Crimson Tide and Make-A-Wish Alabama. Make-A-Wish Alabama creates life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. A wish begins with hope. Hope begins with you. Text Roll Tide to 44834 now to help. Our weather and field conditions are presented by Alpha Insurance. Alpha Insurance, auto, home, life, business. Alpha Insurance covers it all. AlphaInsurance.com. 77 degrees, partly cloudy as we're about to kick off on a great day for college football and very hopeful for a great result as the Tide and the Sooners are just about set to get things underway with Bama getting the football first, as you heard from our lead official, Daniel Gautreaux. That kickoff will be presented by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola, that is a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Tate Sandell, who we talked about handling extra points and field goals, will also handle the kickoffs. Lonzier Brooks is back around his own 1-yard line, hopeful for a chance to return this one. Bama, the home crimson jerseys. OU officially in crimson and cream. Crimson and white, actually. The left-footed Sandell approaches the ball. The kick will sail into the end zone, and Brooks is going to bring it out to the 5, to the 10, to the near side 15. Still on his feet, nearing the 20, and finally he gets pushed out of bounds just shy, I believe, of the 20-yard line. Ran a long way, but not able to get to the 25. Nonetheless, Bama aggressive out of the gate, which is what we hope to see overall from the offense.
Had a nice wall set up on the kick return there, just wasn't able to quite get to that edge. Now the Alabama offense setting up shop at the 20-yard line.
Crimson Tide indeed at the 20. Jam Miller in the backfield to the left of his quarterback, Ty Simpson, and now they shift, and it is Jeremy Bernard to the right of Simpson. He'll go with a quick pass, and it goes right through the hands of his his tight end, Josh Cuevas. That went from sunlight to shade and was a bullet, and he wasn't able to bring it in. Would have been a pickup of about 5.
Well, we talk about getting rid of the football quick, but Ty Simpson a little too quick on that pass to Cuevas.
So, 2nd and 10, Alabama. They hurry to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring Bernard in motion to the left side of the formation. They'll hand it off to Jam. Cuts it up the middle, lowers his shoulder, pushes ahead for about 3 yards. Kip Lewis, the 4th-year junior from Carthage, Texas, at weak side linebacker, makes the stop, and a 3rd and long upcoming here for the Crimson Tide, who again huddles at the line of scrimmage but quickly breaks that huddle, sending 2 men wide to the left. One to the near side of the field. Simpson with plenty of time. Looking, being chased and nearly lost the football, but gets brought down around the 25-yard line. It'll be fourth down. Marvin Jones Jr., the transfer from Florida State, able to wrap him up and force Alabama to punt, Corey.
If we knew this is going to be the game plan today, they're going to get after this quarterback. He's got to have an internal clock, get that ball out. Had plenty of time back there, clean pocket. Unfortunately, wasn't able to escape to get some yards with his feet that play.
Satania waiting back at his own 34-yard line as Dowd is standing inside his own 10 waiting on the snap from David Byrd, I believe. The punt. A beautiful, high, spiraling kick. Satania Fields gets hit, but kept his feet. Gets to the 30, 35. Try to get to the edge. He stays on his feet. One man left to try and bring him down, and they do at the 30-yard line of the Crimson Tide. He made one man miss and then went 43 yards on the return, and Oklahoma has great starting field position inside the Bama 30.
Well, it was a nice punt there by Dowdy, and it was good coverage as well. We were able to get a helmet on Satania, but he's able to keep his balance, and thank goodness for the punter of slowing him down until the rest of the defense could come and make the tackle.
Latzir Brooks is the man who got him to the turf. And the Bama defense being challenged, and I said the 25, it is actually the 30-yard line where the Sooners will begin. First and 10. Running back is Robinson to the left of his quarterback. Play action, throwing, slant, caught across the 20, down inside the 15-yard line. Deion Burks making that grab, and it will be a first down for the Sooners inside the Alabama 15-yard line, down to about the 12. A gain of 14 on that play.
Little RPO where you're able to catch the linebackers creeping up into the line. Big game for Oklahoma.
Mateer working from the pistol again. Will hand it off this time, trying to get to the left edge, and then cutting it back up is Robinson, and he will get stacked up. Got to the line of scrimmage and may have gotten a little bit of positive yardage, but Deontay Lawson made sure he didn't get to go far, Corey.
Yeah, he's working inside out. Good job keeping leverage, using that sideline to your advantage where he's got no room to cut back. Easy tackle for him right there. Good stop.
Boy, he did get about 3, though, after they unpile and move the chains. Burke, Satania, and the tight end, Canick, to the right side. Running back, Robinson, snap going to Mateer. Looking, slant, catch made at the 5, and getting knocked down around the 7-yard line is Burks. Let's see, he's going to be now with a third down upcoming. And 3rd and 5 is what it will be. So they operate from the 7. First down marker at the 2. Bama trying to hold the Sooners to a field goal try. Teer walking up to the line of scrimmage. Directing traffic. Xavier Robinson in the backfield to his left. Play clock down to 5. At 3, at 2, he almost wasn't ready for the snap. Got it, fires left side, high, incomplete. And Giovanni Gibson was the intended receiver, but man, that was almost disaster for Oklahoma on the snap.
Well, the ball had to be thrown high, though. Yanze Pierre lined up on the right defensive end position, and then as soon as the ball was snapped, flew out underneath that little out route. I think if it had been thrown on target, he'd been able to get a hand on it. So good stop by the defense.
Sandell on to try again. He has made 18 of 19 on the season. Jacob Ulrich will be the holder. The left-footed kicker gets a good snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. But a win for the Bama defense, holding the Sooners to just 3 points on that trip. 11:33 to go, opening quarter. Sooners getting on the board first against Alabama here in Tuscaloosa on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
It's 6:30 and the branch is closed.
Yep.
And you couldn't find your debit card.
Nope.
But you're going to get cash.
Yep. Cadence Bank Live Teller has extended hours, and I can get cash from my account with my driver's license.
My bank can't do that.
Nope.
With over 300 live teller locations with extended hours, there's opportunity here. Find a live teller near you at cadencebank.com/live teller. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
11:33 remaining in this first quarter from Tuscaloosa. It's Oklahoma with a 3-0 lead against Alabama. Coming to you live today from inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth. Feel good about your money with Alabama Credit Union. Again, we saw a 25-yard field goal by the Sooners' Tate Sandell to give Oklahoma the initial lead in this game. Today's game sponsor is Chevron with Techron. Unbeatable fans deserve unbeatable mileage. Choose Chevron with Techron. Now let's go down to the field to our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter, Corey Reamer, brought to you by Cooks Pest Control. Call Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. Good to see, Corey, that Alabama was able to hold Oklahoma to just 3 points on that possession.
Yeah, what a massive stop by that defense to hold him to 3 points. After that really big punt return right there from Oklahoma, you want to see a guy when you're coming down there had a perfect opportunity to wrap up that punt return for a stop right where he caught the football. Instead, he tries to lower his shoulder, deliver a big hit. Guy escapes and takes off for 40. But that's good to see this defense be able to shut this Oklahoma offense down, keep them out of the end zone, only hold them to 3 points. Let's hit this offense going after that 3-and-out on the first possession now.
Brooks and for Alabama, Cole Adams, the deep end. As once again, it will be Sandell that handle the kickoff. Bama got a 20-yard return, but 5 yards shy of what it would have been had Brooks opted to just take the touchback. But again, trying to be aggressive early on. Bama went 3-and-out offensively. And unfortunately, a 43-yard punt return by the Sooners, by Satania, resulted in a short field situation. And the first 3 points of the game going the way of the Boomer Sooners. Sandell, excuse me, the left-footed kicker, approaching the football and booting it away. This one will sail deep in through the back of the end zone and will be a touchback, and the Tide will have it 1st and 10 from their own 25. What's the difference, Tyler, in feeling a sense of urgency but not pressing?
Well, I think the biggest thing for Alabama is you're not really feeling anything right now other than staying on track, trying to have a successful first down. And Alabama came out of the gates. They had an open Cuevas. Ball thrown a little bit too hot, too quick. So instead of 2nd and 5, you're dealing with 2nd and 10. So I think it's just staying ahead of the chains, playing within yourself. And
Dewberry and Formby at the guards on either side of Brailsford. Michael Carroll getting the start at right tackle for the Tide. Simpson looking, pressure coming. He spun around and brought down. A loss on the play. Back to the 15-yard line. Kip Lewis in there. 54 tackles now on the year for him. And his 2nd sack of the season. Bama hurries to the line of scrimmage after a loss of about 7 or 8. Trips right, now one of those going left, balancing out the receivers to both sides. Receiver screen set up for the Crimson Tide and read well by Oklahoma as they're able to get Ryan Williams to the turf. A yard gain at best. Owen Heineke able to make the stop.
I Isaiah Horton unable to kick out Eli Bowen, the cornerback, and that's what allowed the inside pressure for Oklahoma to come and make the tackle for a loss.
Trips right for Bama, including Cuevas, the tight end of the slot, on 3rd and a bunch. 3rd down and 17, or 18 officially. Now the tide will shift and put 2 men to the left side of the formation and bring 1 in tight. Bringing in extra blockers on the edge as well. Simpson looking, rolling a little left, now firing deep. He's got a man down there. It is going to be broken up and incomplete. Williams was tangling with the defensive back, Cortland Guillory. And no flags were coming in, although Alabama wanted them.
And that's the matchup you want, though. You have a one-on-one opportunity against Guillory, who got torched throughout the course of the season. And this is a play where Ryan Williams, there was contact, no flag.
Oh, he was tackled.
Yeah. Should have been a pass interference, but you didn't get the call. But you got the matchup you wanted. That's something you got to go back to over and over again.
And you got to find a way to get a stop now on defense, as Dowd will punt it away again for the Tide. Again, the last return from Satania covered 43. Dowd, another beautiful high spiraling kick, and the fair catch called for and made at their own 36-yard line. We'll keep it right here as the Sooners are able to take over. Another 3 and out. Corey, Bama missing an opportunity just barely at the end, though.
Yeah, Ty Simpson was having to kind of backpedal out of the pocket right there with a little bit of pressure. Not sure if he was able to get all the arm strength that he had on that ball. Ryan Williams was in good position on top of him. DB had his head turned around. It's the only reason I can think they don't throw the flag there.
Sooners going with trips left. Now they shift, and they'll put 3 men to the right side of the formation with the running back Robinson to the right of Mateer. Single wide out left as they'll hand it off to Robinson. He will cut it up, and he will ride a wave of blockers to the 40-yard line. Edric Hill gets the stop for Alabama after a gain of 3.
That's what Oklahoma wants to do, just keep Alabama honest as well. A little stretch zone. He's able to cut it up underneath. Yonze Pierre, good job of setting the edge.
Mateer rolls right. Looks like he wants to run, and he will. And he's going to wisely go down as he gets hit right at the 45-yard line. Edric Hill again, along with Deontay Lawson there, combining on the stop, and a big 3rd down for OU right at the 45. It'll be 3rd down at about 2.5. They'll bring in a couple of tight ends and a big receiver as well, and Caden Helms at 6'5", 240. He's actually a 3rd tight end. Sooners will run to the line of scrimmage. Only 1 wide out. 2 men in the backfield. Mateer under center, hands it off, and there is not much room. I don't know if they got the forward push or not. It looks like they did.
Yeah, the second effort. We stopped him initially at the line of scrimmage. He was able to keep his big legs going.
Tim Keenan gets the stop, but not until Robinson got about 1.5 feet more than needed for the 1st down, and so they'll move the sticks on their second 1st down of the day. 3-0 Oklahoma if you're just joining us. 8:43 and moving. Time left, opening quarter from Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. The Sooners with the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Mateer bringing Satania in motion to the right. They'll hand it off up the middle, and stretching forward to about the 49 will be Robinson as Deontay Lawson gets the stop for the Crimson Tide.
It's a small thing, but it's yards after contact, and Lawson wraps up Xavier Robinson at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to lunge forward for a short gain of 2.
Burks and Satania go wide right, as it is indeed a gain of a couple. They've got 2 wideouts left. Bama with a 4-man front, as they're going a tall sweep left side, and a flag comes in, another one as well, as the Sooners may have 2 infractions on the play. We'll only get the benefit of 1, though. Hope it's not offsetting, as they ran it to the left side and gained about 6 yards, but the way the OU sideline is debating with the men in stripes.
Personal foul, blindside block, offense number 18. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, remains 2nd down.
Caden Helms is the one guilty of the blindside block. In the old days, that was just a good one, but not in this day and age of college football. And that's a big step off of 15 yards.
And now Alabama has to capitalize it. And going back to the previous play, he was the end man on the line of scrimmage. He was a crack block down on the defensive end, Yonze Pierre, who has to check out. Justin Hill comes in. Second and long, though. You got to make it a third and long.
Second down and 23 for the Sooners. The ball all the way back at their 34-yard line. Mateer with an empty set. Looking, rolling to his right. Still looking. He's going to have to run, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds shy of the 35-yard line. Nakai Hill-Green able to stay on him the whole way. Corey, we're going with a spy in this one today against Mateer.
It definitely looked like we might have had a little element of man coverage right there. Not something that we see all the time, but three guys out in the route tree right there, and we were locked on top of all of them. Mateer had nowhere to go with that football. Good coverage sack by this defensive secondary.
Blaylock in the backfield to the left of Mateer. On 3rd and 22, midway through this first quarter of action, and the Sooners a 3-0 lead with the ball. Mateer a quick out left side, trying to set up a bubble screen, and Bama able to snuff it out. Only a gain of about 5 on the play to the 40. Satania made the grab, but Sabb got him to the turf quickly, and the Sooners will have to punt it away.
And Xavier Brown did a really good job from that cornerback position of attacking the ball carrier and taking on 2 blocks. That allowed the rest of the defensive backs for Alabama to be able to rally around and force the first punt of the day for Oklahoma.
2 men deep for Alabama. Cole Adams will be the short return man, the up man, if you will, and Ryan Williams is deep, waiting on the punt from Grayson Miller. Good pressure. Miller will kick it away, and it'll be a fair catch called for and made by Adams right around the 20-yard line. So timeout on the field with 6:11 remaining in the opening quarter of play. Still 3-0 Sooners, but Bama will have the ball when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 1.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through December 1st, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.64 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Crimson Tide football lives here. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
It's 2 things to me: Crimson Tide football and enjoying the great outdoors. This is John Parker Wilson here to talk about my favorite Alabama-based outdoor brand, Tom Beckby. They're celebrating 10 years as Alabama's premier outfitter. Whether you're getting outfitted for your next great adventure or suiting up for your tailgate, Tom Beckby has you covered with great gear, all designed right here in Alabama. Visit Tom Beckby in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and online at tombeckby.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
6 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in this first quarter. The Sooners with a 3-0 lead over the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama's defense stalling that last drive by Oklahoma. The big-time stop by Bama presented by Truckworks, the official commercial truck dealer of the Crimson Tide. 17 locations all throughout Alabama, Mississippi, and the Florida Panhandle, including right here in Tuscaloosa. Alabama will have the football back on its own 20-yard line. As so far, Tyler Watts, 2 drives for Ty Simpson. What's he seeing from this OU defense?
Well, the biggest thing, anytime you see a lot of zone coverage, which Ty Simpson does throughout the course of the week, and a majority of the opponents that you face, versus flipping over to more man coverage, the windows are much tighter. You're going to have trailers constantly in there. You have to trust, though, and just throw a catchable football. We're going to have crisper routes, though, out of wide receivers. You have to be very precise in breaking that defender down and creating just a yard or so a gap between yourself and them, and those are open receivers. I mean, you're going to have to complete some contested balls in today's contest.
Let's pause 10 seconds for Station ID. This is Crimson Tide Sports Network.
Chris Stewart, Tyler Watts, Roger Hoover in the booth with you. Corey Reamer, our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter, as Daniel Hill is checked in at running back to the right of Ty Simpson. Bama 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, trailing 3-0 here in the first quarter of play. Hill will walk up just offset from the right tackle, leaving an empty backfield. Simpson looking, fires across the middle, catch is made. Jeremy Bernard getting across the 35 to the 36. Move the chains for the first time for Alabama on a bank first down, an 11-yard pickup. Prior to that, Bama 6 plays, only 5 yards of total offense. That helps considerably. Hill in the backfield to the left of Simpson right now. He's got trips to the near side of the field, including a pair of tight ends. And Edwards and Cuevas brings them in tight to the right side, leaving Bernard all alone to the near side. And Ryan Williams to his left. Simpson getting the snap, looking, dumps it off. Hill out of the backfield, dragging a couple of tacklers up ahead to the 45-yard line of the Tide. A first down pickup of 8 yards, as on the stop or on the ride was Kendall Daniels.
Kendall Daniels, the linebacker in man-to-man coverage against Daniel Hill. Nice job of taking what the defense gave and advancing it forward, winning first down.
Williams wide left as the handoff goes to Hill. He stumbles over a couple of men who got blown up for the Crimson Tide in the backfield, Cuevas being among them. He is hobbling just a little bit as he goes back to formation on the left side. Only a yard gained. It's 3rd and 1 now for Alabama. Pistol formation for Simpson. Hill behind him. They'll look to the sideline to get the instruction. I bet they go direct snap. They do to Hill. Daniel will push forward, and he's going to get the first down. A little bit of trick play there for Alabama as Simpson walked toward the sideline like he was confused, clapped his hands. The direct snap goes to Daniel, and the Tide able to pick up another bank first down to the 48.
Well, and the ball was snapped, and Oklahoma definitely was not ready across the defensive front, but you had great push, and Daniel Hill attacked the line of scrimmage, didn't dance around, attacked it, and was able to move bodies forward.
Ran one of them TikTok plays and got a first down off of it, as the Tide will now operate with Edwards and Hill in the backfield. Pistol formation for Simpson. Gets the snap, looking, stepping up in the pocket, firing across the middle. Catch is made. Bernard again moving the sticks on the first down into Oklahoma territory at the Sooner 37. Cortland Guillory making the stop.
Yeah, continuing to pick on Cortland Guillory as man coverage once again. Little curl route as Jeremy Bernard drives back towards the ball to move the chains again.
Trips left for Alabama. Wide out all alone to the near side. Ryan Williams with Hill in the backfield behind Simpson, who now will walk up and ask for his players to shift. No receivers to the near side. A tight end to the right, but trips to the left. The handoff, though, goes to Hill, trying to bounce it around. Does. Fighting for it. Picks up good yardage on first down. A gain of about 6 or 7 to the 30 of Oklahoma. It will be 2nd down and 3.
It's a zone read to the right, and Daniel Hill doing a nice job of trusting his blockers up front that the hole would open up as he pressed the edge.
Butch tells me it was Wilkin Formby that opened it up from the right guard slot for Alabama. Again, it's Hill to the left of Simpson, who operates with 2 wideouts right, 1 left. 4-man front for the Sooners. They walk those linebackers up, and now Ty says, let's change chess pieces and move them around just a little bit. He'll get the snap, play action to Daniel, steps up, looks, checks down to Hill, who gets hit, loses the football. Oklahoma's going to scoot for it. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, and boy, did we catch a break right there. Ladzier Brooks somehow came up with a loose football for Alabama, and we are so fortunate because Reggie Powers, the strong safety, knocked it away from Daniel Hill, and the Tide almost. I don't know. I just know we're going to have the ball.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete forward pass. It'll be 3rd down.
You know, he definitely secured it and then went to make a football play as Reggie Powers, the cornerback, came up and stuck his helmet right on the football.
I didn't see the replay. They are going to review it now, though. And again, We're being greedy,
The
but
rule
we'll
on
take
the field
it.
is an incomplete forward pass. The previous play is under video review.
Again, an official review presented by Ziegler Meats. Pick up the same Ziegler Jumbo Franks served in Bryant-Denny Stadium at your local grocery store. Ziegler Meats, a tradition of great taste for over 90 years and proud to be the official hot dog of the Crimson Tide. As they step away, we will too. 2:28 remaining, first quarter. Oklahoma 3, Bama nothing, but the Tide trying to change it when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Did you know that at Chevron, you can fuel up on unbeatable mileage and savings? With Chevron Rewards, you'll get 25 cents off per gallon on your next 5 visits. All you have to do is download the Chevron app and join to start saving on fuel. Then you can keep fueling up on other things like adventure, memories, vacations, daycations, quality time, and so many other possibilities. Head to your nearest Chevron station to fuel up and get rewarded today. Terms apply. See ChevronTexcoRewards.com for more details.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tide pride. When I'm carrying the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Bama gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Roll Tide from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/GoBama to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
2:28 remaining in this first quarter. Oklahoma with a 3-0 lead against Alabama as that previous play is still under video review. Want to remind you to listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio. That's channel 84 and streaming on the SiriusXM app. Tyler, what do you continue to see on replay?
Well, I don't really know what a catch is anymore. I don't think anybody does, but I saw Daniel Hill secure the football, change hands, make a football move. It was bang, bang. There's no doubt about it, but hopefully
after video review,
completion.
It is a catch and a fumble recovered by Alabama at the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at that spot.
I don't recommend adding that to the playbook, but it did work out in our favor, that's for sure. And it was play of this drive, Tyler Watts already.
When we talked about Kobe McKenzie, was the Oklahoma defender who had his hands on the ball and tried to scoop it up and run as opposed to just falling on it. Thank goodness Lottie Brooks was hustling to the play. So 1st down nonetheless. Now Alabama has to turn this into a touchdown.
Again, in defense of Hill, the defender put the helmet right on the football and right on his forearm, which was holding it. Understandable how it would come out, however. I know ball security is something that's practiced continually. Bama fortunate to maintain possession there. A couple of chances for OU, but didn't come up with it. The Tide 1st and 10 just outside the Chick-fil-A red zone as they operate from the 23 of the Sooners. Trips left, including the tight end Cuevas. 2 wideouts near side as Bama goes empty set initially.
They're offsides.
They are lined up offsides, and now Hill will move to the backfield and go left. Simpson swings it, and it is thrown incomplete. Pass is incomplete by Eli Bowen. Comes up the near sideline, cuts it back, gets across the 40. Simpson trying to bring him down. Can't. 1 man left to try to catch him. They can't do it. And that is going to be a touchdown as they did not call timeout, Tyler Watts, on the OU defense. A pick 6 for Eli Bowen, covering 80 yards plus, I believe. And the Sooners now lead it by a score of 9-0.
Yeah, one of the defensive linemen for Oklahoma lined up in the neutral zone. No penalty for that, so maybe it was the angle we had. But anyhow, Isaiah Horton was expected to run a little slant route. He got hit as he was coming out of his break, and the safety was right behind there, waiting for the interception, takes it in for the touchdown.
David Stone is the one we thought had lined up offsides and giving Alabama a free play. because it literally was right in front of us. One of the few times you have it parallel to you here in the booth, but it was, as the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And boy, it looked like Bama was driving to take the lead, and instead the Sooners add to their advantage with an 87-yard interception return for a score by Eli Bowen, and it very quickly has become 10-0. That's the disappointment. The flip side is your offense knows it can move the football now. You just got to go back to work and do it.
Sure, you got to trust what your eyes say and see rather, and deliver a strike. And just going back to that previous play, Isaiah Horton just unable to get to where the ball was thrown because of pressure right up the middle by the Oklahoma linebacker, right in Ty Simpson's face. He had to deliver it a little quicker than he thought he wanted to. And unfortunately, you get an interception for return.
Only the second interception thrown by Simpson this year.
Boy, just let a guy go wide open. I mean, completely untouched, right up the gut through the A-gap, right between Parker Brailsford and Wilkin Formby.
Tate Sandell kicking off for the third time for the Sooners, as Latzir Brooks is the deep man, with Cole Adams also back there, but around his own 9-yard line. Not expecting it to go near him, and it won't. It will be fielded at the 5-yard line by Brooks to the 10, to the 15, trying to get to the edge, 20, 25, and up across the 27-yard line. I believe that's where the Tide will start, 1st and 10, after a 24-yard return by Latzir Brooks. But now the offense having to go back to work. You got to hope that OU defense is gassed right now, Tyler. They were out there for about 9 plays before and then just ran the other end to celebrate. Now they're back out on the field. Maybe we can catch them on their heels. Rico Scott is one of 3 men wide to the near side, along with Bernard and Cuevas, who comes in tight. Snap goes to Simpson, trying to set up a screen. Catch is made. Cuevas fights forward and will pick up nice first down yardage. About 5 or 6, I believe, before Kip Lewis, the linebacker, makes the stop.
Owen Henneke came on a little pressure. It was a perfect call, a little tight end slip right behind him. Needed one more block to bust that one loose. Still a nice gain on first down.
Only giving him 4, say, where he went down. So the Tide will have Jam Miller in. Bama substitutes, and so too will Oklahoma. Play clock, not a factor yet. It's at 15. Everybody's getting set as Brooks checks out, and the Sooners will try to bring one more on, I believe. Now everybody is set. 4, 3, 2 on the play clock as Simpson gets the snap. Stepping up in the pocket, firing. Catch is made for a first down, and then losing it after he hit the turf was Jeremy Bernard. They're saying he was down, and he was, clearly, but look, it's unnerving. That's 3 times twice Bama's lost the football, and 1 time they've thrown it to the other side.
The ruling on the field is a catch, and the runner is down by rule. First down.
Attack in the middle of the field, though, once again, is definitely down.
Yeah, no question.
He almost rolled over.
Yep. But regardless, you still don't like seeing it come loose, because that puts it in literally the hands of the officials, if not the ball in the hands of the Sooners. But it is 1st and 10 Alabama from their own 41 with 32 seconds remaining in the opening quarter, and Bama down 10-0. Handoff goes to Miller. Jam trying to cut it back up, does, and he'll gain a yard or 2 on what is likely the final play of this first quarter of action. It has not gone the way of the Crimson Tide. The Sooners have had it 3 times. Offensively, only 2 series, but they got a field goal on one of those, and then a pick 6 covering 87 yards on the other. That has allowed Oklahoma to grab a 10-0 lead. Let's see if Bama will snap it before the quarter comes to a close. They do not. And so we will have the first 15 minutes
of the first quarter.
And the Crimson Tide on the wrong end of a 10-0 score. A lot of football still to be played here in Tuscaloosa. The 4th-ranked Tide hosting the 11th-ranked Sooners. Glad you're with us on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
From the first whistle to the final play, being a part of the Crimson Tide calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day. So you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, the official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, "How did you know?" Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Alabama trailing Oklahoma by a 10-0 score as we get ready to start the second quarter here at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Roger Hoover with a look at the Alabama Power Scoreboard update, and it's been a day of comebacks in the Southeastern Conference. It was South Carolina in front 30-3 at halftime against Texas A&M, but the third-ranked Aggies have a furious comeback in the second half, winning 31-30. Greatest comeback in A&M history as the Aggies improved to 10-0 on the year and 7-0 in the SEC. Also, Arkansas had a 14-0 lead against LSU, but the Tigers come back and win a thriller in Baton Rouge, 23-22, the final score in that game. Other SEC game in progress at the moment, Kentucky 35, Tennessee Tech 10, with only 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Getting started shortly will be New Mexico State and Tennessee coming up in Knoxville. We're coming to you live inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth. Feel good about your money with Alabama Credit Union. Again, the Crimson Tide trailing in this ball game 10-0 to Oklahoma as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. Today's game sponsor is Chevron with Techron. Unbeatable fans deserve unbeatable mileage. Choose Chevron with Techron. Let's go down to the field to our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer. Again, brought to you by Cooks Pest Control. Call Cooks to score superior protection from pest and termites. Corey, what's the mood on the Crimson Tide sideline as we get ready to start the second quarter?
Well, obviously not happy about being down 10-0 early in the first quarter of this game. Defense has really done their job, and nothing that's on them. An interception return for a touchdown and a big punt return. They held them to 3 points right there. They just got to keep going out there and playing. Maybe create some opportunities of their own. Create some turnovers right here. Force this Oklahoma offense when they get back on the field. Hopefully this offense can respond right here for Alabama, put some points on the board to start this second quarter off.
Oklahoma only had the ball twice in the first half, once on a short field, and then you force a punt. You've done your job defensively. Offensively, got to play faster than what they are. A little more sense of urgency in their route running and getting rid of the football quick.
Crimson Tide breaks the huddle and runs to the line of scrimmage with Jam Miller to the left of Simpson on second down and 8. They swing it out left side to Bernard. Gets through a screen, gets forward across midfield into Oklahoma territory. May have fumbled the football, but the Tide did get it back. That'll be enough for a bank first down, but how about enough of putting it on the turf, fellas?
No joke. I love how quick low. That's where we can effectively move the football in the running game, especially throwing it out quickly to these wide receivers, having good blocking up front, and then bursting through.
Trips to the right side, including Cuevas, split wide right. Brooks and Williams over there as well. Jeremy all alone to the left. And Miller the single setback. Ty look to the sidelines. They kind of shift in tighter from the right and left sides just a bit. Still waiting on the snap from Brailsford, and he gets it in time. The quarterback keeps. Simpson going left side, gets inside the 45, keeps his feet as he stumbles across the 40 and gets very close to that first down mark again.
Very favorable run look for Alabama. Only about 5 or 6 guys in the box for Oklahoma. A little zone read. You're reading the backside defensive end. He collapses down along with the linebacker, taking Jam Miller on the run, and Ty Simpson pulls it out and picks up another close to a first down.
Second down, about a foot after the 9-yard pickup. Cuevas and Caleb Edwards. Alabama already with 68 passing yards, and the rushing number should go up now as Bernard and Meadows are two of the receivers in formation. Ty looking right, will throw the back shoulder pass to Bernard, but it was out of bounds and incomplete.
Trying to push the ball down the field. Had Cuevas wide open, leaking out into the flat. There wasn't a defender within 15 yards of him, and instead Ty Simpson tries to go for the back shoulder to Jeremy Bernard, a little out and up.
Do you try that? Probably not if it's 3rd or 2nd and 8 as opposed to a yard. Trying to buy some yardage there as now it's Hill back in the backfield next to Simpson. Handoff goes to him, makes one man miss at the line of scrimmage, fights forward. He's going to move the sticks for another bank first down to the 36 of Oklahoma. Dominic Williams gets the stop.
Really nice jump cut, though, by Daniel Hill. Kobe McKenzie shot through the gap, and Daniel Hill was able to do a jump cut to the backside and move the chains once again for Alabama.
Hill will exit, and Jam comes back in to replace him. Rico Scott in the game along with Jeremy Bernard, or check that. It is Isaiah Horton who comes to the near side of the field. Under center is Simpson with Jam behind him. Ty waiting on the snap, gets it. Almost stumbled, does. Now he's going to have to improvise, throws wide open. Tight end Edwards gets inside the 15 to the 11. That's going to be a first down. Look, with this offense, I almost have to ask the question, was that by design?
Was it on purpose? I don't think so. What was funny is the fact you had both Jam Miller and Ty Simpson stumbling at the snap of the football. Both their footing came. Actually, I think Jam Miller did. He was a decoy who kind of dove down to the ground. I think you're right, Chris. That was a design play, and it caught Oklahoma off guard.
It did. First down, Alabama inside the Chick-fil-A red zone. Ty looking slant, incomplete, threw it into traffic, trying to connect with Horton, who was well covered. Courtney Guillory was there as well.
Jeremy Bernard ran a little angle route underneath Isaiah Horton, and he was wide open, would have walked in for a touchdown. Instead, you try to go to the big, tall receiver to get the touchdown.
Miller in the backfield to the right of Simpson, who operates from the pistol. They bring Bernard in motion to the right side of the formation. They'll hand it off to Jam. He makes a guy miss at the line of scrimmage. They'll wrap him up, though, after he gets inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Sammy Omosigo is the one who gets credit for the stop.
Not much of a gain there, but I like how Jam Miller was decisive. He ran the ball hard between the tackles. He didn't hesitate, tried to create his own hole. Wasn't there, but you still gained positive yardage.
11 and a half minutes to go before intermission. Alabama down 10-0, driving with 3rd down and 8 from inside the 10. Simpson looking, firing, slant, picked off in the end zone. And here comes Robert Spears Jennings out to the 10-yard line, but there is a flag down in the end zone. Maybe pass interference on the Sooners. Boy, I hope that's it.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. The foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
Hallelujah.
Could have used that on the previous possession, but we'll take it here. Got to be careful, especially when you have a safety help there, throwing that deep, that quick, skinny post. All kinds of contact, though.
The right call, but a big one.
Now you're going to be able to power it in there, and it's going to be tough, but you have to bow your neck right here and get it across the end line.
Daniel Hill, the running back, in the game for the Crimson Tide. Rico Scott, wide out, also in. Play clock's down to 12 seconds. Bama's got to hurry to the line of scrimmage. They'll go Wildcat with Hill. 5, 4, 3, 2, gets the snap. Hill straight ahead, bulling forward. Did he get in? Not yet, no signal, and they're going to say short by about a foot. He got really close, but didn't get in, but it will take that on first down.
With Caden Proctor down there saying, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's show how we can dominate the line of scrimmage here.
Simpson will go from the pistol with trips right. Waiting on the snap from Brailsford with Hill to his right. They'll hand it to him. Pushing forward, pushing in. Deep into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Bama bullying their way in on that one. Michael Carroll, the right tackle, running interference among others. And with 10:36 to go in the second quarter, Alabama's made it a 10-6 ball game.
Nothing fancy here, just a right up the gut, man-to-man, everybody blocking down, and great powerful running by Daniel Hill. Takes contact around the one and just uses those legs to drive the entire pile into the end zone.
Extra point attempt is up. It is good by Connor Talty as we look at the Bromberg scoring drive recap. Coming up after the break, what matters most, the points are on the board for Alabama. Still trailing, though, 10-7 with 10:36 to go in quarter number 2 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Game day is back, and you know what that means. Every down, every drive, and every snack counts. That's why Golden Flake is always the go-to, the real MVP when it comes to bold flavor. For over 68 years, Golden Flake has been the South's go-to snack for Saturdays. So if you want a game-winning bite, reach for everyone's favorite snacks. Golden Flake, proud to be the official potato chip of Alabama football.
Big Al, Rammer Jammer, and the $1 Million Band. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
When you have the right team behind you, it's easy to play with confidence. The same is true when it comes to your health. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama provides what you need to feel healthier and happier. A choice of plans, a large network of doctors and hospitals, and personal support to help you choose the right plan with confidence. No second guessing, no confusion. Just care that works for you and your family. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is proud to be on your team and proud to be a sponsor of athletic programs across the state.
With Marathon Rewards, you'll earn on every fill-up, which is amazing news for every kind of driver out there. Whether you're a wait forever to filler-upper, a routine topper-offer, a relentless road tripper, an occasional commuter, or just a regular old point A to beer, everyone can earn rewards and save up to $1 a gallon. And you can join Marathon Rewards online, through the app, and even at the pump, making signing up easy for every kind of signer-upper. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
Crimson Tide on the scoreboard thanks to that touchdown by Daniel Hill. Taking a look at the Bromberg scoring drive for Alabama. 12 plays, 72 yards. It took 6 minutes, 21 seconds off the clock. 1 yard touchdown rush by Daniel Hill to make it Oklahoma 10 and Alabama 7. We still have 10:36 remaining in this second quarter. Across the conference is presented by Homewood Suites. And again, quite a comeback for Texas A&M earlier today at Kyle Field. 27-point comeback. Again, the largest in Texas A&M history, the largest comeback in an SEC conference game over the last 20 years as A&M remains undefeated so far in SEC action and overall this season.
Unbelievable there, and boy, Alabama hoping to have a comeback of their own, albeit nowhere near as dramatic, at least in terms of the number of points they trailed. It was 10-0 after a field goal and a pick six covering 87 yards by the Sooners. It looked like they had picked off another pass in the Alabama end zone, but thankfully the correct pass interference call was made. And 2 plays later, the Tide would stick it in the end zone to cap that 12-play, 72-yard drive. Talty to kick it to either Satania or Jacob Jordan, who are the deep men for the Sooners. The kick will be fielded at the goal line, and a fair catch is called for and made by Satania, and so the Sooners will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Well, you feel like it's stabilized a little bit, but that's a big if, only if the defense can get the ball back for you.
Boy, love a 3-and-out right here and put all the pressure back on this Oklahoma defense who has been on the field rather a majority of this football game so far.
Have indeed. Bama turned it over on its 9th play of its first drive. That 87-yard pick six, which obviously put the Sooners immediately back out on the field, and then a 12-play drive just resulting in a touchdown. Mateer getting the snap, throwing the slant. It was almost picked off. It was in the hands of Justin Jefferson, who could have walked into the end zone from 25 yards out, but the linebacker could not quite hang on to it.
Boy, the slants have been dangerous throws for both quarterbacks here today. That's one intended for Deion Burks. And as you mentioned, Justin Jefferson got both hands on the football as he read the eyes of the quarterback, unable to come down with the interception.
Blood in the water right now, though, for the Bama defense as the Sooners go with trips to the near side. Mateer, a delayed quarterback run, and he'll fight forward, and he'll get to the 30. So a gain of 5, setting up 3rd and 5 before LT Overton got him to the turf.
Big down early on here for this Alabama defense. Ability to force a punt would be huge.
Sooners 1 of 3 on 3rd downs thus far. The 1 3rd down they converted on led to a field goal. 3 wideouts near side, 1 left. 1 man to the right of Mateer, the quarterback. They bring a man in motion. That's Satania. They'll fire his direction. It's incomplete, and Alabama forces the Sooners into that much desired 3 and out.
And John Mateer, once again, not much pressure in his face, but throws off of his back foot wildly. The call, had it been called by Satania, probably would have been short of the first down by half a yard or so. But it's sailed because of the momentum of Mateer's feet just all over the place now.
Bama again with 2 men deep. You've got a man short in Cole Adams and the deep man Ryan Williams waiting on the punt upcoming from Grayson Miller. His first punt covered 39 yards. Pressure coming, and he just gets it away. It's a high kick that'll send Williams back inside his 20. Hollywood making a couple of men miss. Makes another, a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th, and finally goes down. He lost the football. Scramble for it. Oklahoma says they have it, and we'll wait and see if that is indeed the case. It's at the 32-yard line, and the Sooners do indeed get the takeaway as Bama has put it on the turf for the 4th
ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the kicking team. First down, Oklahoma at the spot of recovery.
Boy, right now, special teams in the offense not doing any favors for this defensive unit for Alabama. 3rd turnover of the day. Ball just kind of gets punched out from the back. He's definitely up.
There's no question.
But once again, ball security. We talked about it with Ty Simpson in the pocket, but everybody has to have it. Because Oklahoma is going to punch and pull and strip anytime they get around the ball.
So a huge giveaway by the Alabama special teams. Williams fumbling on that return, fighting for extra yardage. So from the Bama 31-yard line with Xavier Robinson in the backfield behind him, Mateer will hand it off. And they'll flip it back to the quarterback, who fires, and it is caught and knocked down after he got to the first down mark. Jaron Kanik able to make the grab. Satania is the one who flipped it back, I believe. And then Mateer was able to fire the strike.
Little gadget play, but Alabama defense plays in layers. They prevent the home run shot from occurring. It's just a first down.
It is indeed, but right at the Alabama 20. Robinson in the backfield along with the tight end who's offset. Mateer looks left. Now it looks like he wants to run. He does. He gets up the middle. 10, 5, spinning towards the goal line and in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
All kinds of opportunities to tackle him around the 10-yard line, but he just spins his way right in there.
2 turnovers by Alabama, leading to 14 Oklahoma points. One of them a pick 6 covering 87 yards. The other the fumble on the punt return. And it results in a 2-play, roughly 30-yard drive, 31 I think, and Tate Sandell is on to try the extra point to add to the OU lead. Snap and spot are good. The kick is up, and it is good. And it is a 17-7 advantage for the visitors from Norman, Oklahoma. 8:48 remains before halftime. Bama needs some sticky stuff on the gloves or the hands. And some points as well. Down 10 midway through quarter number 2 when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Game day is about big plays and big energy. But it's also about the little things. It's about the energy of a community coming together to cheer for our heroes on the field. The tireless work that goes into every game from the front gate to the 50-yard line. And making memories that last a lifetime. Alabama Power knows that dedication makes all the difference. That's why we're here to keep you moving with reliable power and the programs that help you save. Now that's big. Alabama Power, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
When you have the right team behind you, it's easy to play with confidence. The same is true when it comes to your health. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama provides what you need to feel healthier and happier. A choice of plans, a large network of doctors and hospitals, and personal support to help you choose the right plan with confidence. No second guessing, no confusion. Just care that works for you and your family. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is proud to be on your team and proud to be a sponsor of athletic programs across the state.
Roll Tide. I'm Katherine Robertson, proud graduate of the University of Alabama, and I'm running to be Attorney General. Under the leadership of President Trump, America has had a winning season, and I'll stand with him to make sure we keep winning, putting criminals behind bars and deporting violent illegals. I'm proud to have the support of the Alabama Farmers Federation, along with sheriffs and police chiefs from across our state. Visit KatherineForAG.com to join our team. Roll Tide.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General. P.O. Box 530063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
Eight minutes, 49 seconds until halftime. It is now Oklahoma 17 and Alabama 7. The official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football is Nature Made. Nature Made, made to care for fans on game day and every day. Again, the official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football is Nature Made. Let's go down to the field to our Cooks Pest Controlled sideline reporter, Corey Reamer. Corey, this defense keeps getting put in a short field, and John Mateer was hard to slow down on that last touchdown run.
Yeah, there's been no favors done for this Alabama defense so far in this first half, just putting them in tough spots after the punt return, the interception. They're in a short field right there after they just got to stop. It's really difficult for a defense. You know, you get over the sideline, you're getting ready to make some adjustments, get some water, take a little breather. They've been on the field a lot out there today. It just really kills momentum. Hopefully this offense can put a drive together, get some more points on the board, but that you're asking a lot from this defense. A lot of very reminiscent of that South Carolina game where the defense was on the field for most of the first half.
Tyler, really concerning. This is a team that's only lost the ball 6 times all year with 5 fumbles and 1 interception coming into the game. We've already put it on the turf about 4 times, losing 1, I believe, officially, and turning it over with an interception another time that went directly for 7 points. And the fumble led to 7 more as well. I never was good at math, but 17-7 is easy to understand with that formula.
And that's something that Alabama had been so good at all year long, was a turnover margin. And actually, Oklahoma was the one who was positive in turnovers to takeaways.
Kickoff will come to Brooks at the 3-yard line. Lot 0 return it at the 10 to the 15. Gets hit and spun around at the 20. And he fights his way forward to the 21-yard line. That's the 3rd kickoff returned by Brooks in this first half. And all have gone for 20 yards or more. Actually 18 officially on that one. 20, 24, and 18 on that return. But Bama will start at its own 22-yard line with 8:41 to go. Again, it is the most important thing. Hang on to the football, but other than that, Oklahoma has not really stopped Alabama. Again, the takeaways you give them credit for, but in terms of driving the football, the Tide's been pretty successful. Cuevas and Edwards, the tight ends, 2 wideouts right. Play action, Simpson with time. Stepping up in the pocket, firing deep downfield. It's going to be caught. Williams trying to break a tackle, gets to the 40-yard line of OU as he is corralled, but moved the chains with a big first down. 38 yards on that connection to move the ball into OU territory.
He kind of got lost behind the cornerback, and the safety had not had enough time to get over the top yet. And smartly, once he breaks the first tackle and feels more contact coming, gets both hands on the ball and drops to the turf.
From the OU 40, Simpson will have Hill in the backfield to his right. The tight end offset to the left is Cuevas with wideouts to each side of the formation. Ty looking, firing, quick slant across the middle. Catch is made. I think that was Jeremy who made the grab. It will be a gain of about 5 on the play. Bernard with the catch for the Crimson Tide there, and that will be his 5th of the day.
Staying ahead of the change, though. Nice first down pickup there, moving it halfway. Now you still have the ability to run the football.
Empty set at the moment for Simpson. Let's see if it stays that way. Hill is wide right along with Bernard. Cuevas, Brooks, and Williams are wide left. Now after looking to the sidelines, they'll shift all the receivers to the right and bring Hill into the backfield to the right of Simpson, who operates from the pistol. Quick bubble screen right side, goes to Brooks, gets a good block, gets first down yardage, out of bounds around the 28-yard line of the Sooners. Another bank first down in Alabama with one of those extended handoff type of plays we talk about there.
Timeout coming in. Oklahoma's going to take a timeout trying to slow down Alabama. They are all on their heels right now.
Timeout.
Job.
Oklahoma.
Good job by the Bama offense, putting the pressure on the Sooners D. 7:01 to go. Quarter number 2. It's 17-7. Oklahoma with the lead, but Bama marching when we return to the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tide pride. When I'm carrying the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Bama gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Roll Tide from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/GoBama to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Alabama football lives here.
Let's get out of here.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Each Wednesday night, join us for Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, presented by Alpha Insurance. Live at 6 p.m. Central from Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Tuscaloosa. We'll talk Alabama athletics with Crimson Tide coaches and players. Hey Coach is available to listen to across our radio network, the Varsity Network app, as well as a video stream on all Alabama athletics and CTSN social media platforms. Hey Coach, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. all across the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
Roll Tide.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama athletics, helping the world keep promises.
7:04 remaining in this second quarter. It's Oklahoma 17 and Alabama 7. The last drive for the Crimson Tide offense, we did see a touchdown by Daniel Hill. It was a 1-yard rushing score, so that means it was a score from inside that Chick-fil-A red zone. Download the Chick-fil-A app to claim your free Chick-fil-A special offer by midnight tonight. Offer is redeemable at participating Alabama Chick-fil-A restaurants next week, Monday through Friday. Right now on this drive, Crimson Tide, Ty Simpson 3 for 3 for 49 yards, taking only a minute 33 off the clock. Taylor Watts, good to see Simpson in rhythm like he is on this drive.
Well, it's been some shorter, high percentage throws, but he's getting rid of the football quickly, and we're just those extended handoffs we constantly talk about. Passes around the line of scrimmage have really aided in building his confidence, but the strike that he had to Ryan Williams down the sideline, that was a confident throw by Ty Williams. We need to see more of that.
Bama almost twice as much time of possession as the Sooners, but again, it matters the points. However, that's part of the reason Brent Venables called a timeout, to give his defense a rest. They have been out there a bunch in this first half, and the Tide with some momentum going again. Bernard's in the backfield to the right of Simpson, who operates from the pistol formation with now Scott going in motion right, getting the snap. Simpson trying to avoid the rush, stepping up in the pocket, fires. That one is going to be incomplete. Boy, he had man in the back of the end zone open, and Scott, but couldn't get it to him.
Oh, that ball was thrown to Jeremy Bernard around the 15-yard line, who was completely wide open. And as Ty Simpson is stepping around buying himself time, that ball just, he's airmailed it.
Yeah.
10 yards over his head.
He needed it to be 15 yards over his head, or it would hit Scott right in the numbers, who was in the back of the end zone.
Those are the ones you got to make. A wide open receiver would have gotten the ball inside the 15-yard line.
Cuevas at fullback behind Hill, or in front of Hill, excuse me. Straight handoff. Daniel gets good yardage ahead to the 25-yard line. Slow to get up for the Sooners. One of their defensive linemen, that's Dominic Williams. Thank you, Roger.
I wonder if we would consider 4-down territory right here.
It's 3rd down and 6 for the Crimson Tide. Simpson with Hill to his left. Williams and Brooks to the right. And in tight left is Jeremy. Snap goes to Ty. Blitz coming. Dumps it off across. Cuevas. 10, 5. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. 25 yards on the throw, catch, and run. And that one looked really easy to Josh Cuevas, who found pay dirt, and Bama is back to within 4 with 6:13 to play.
Boy,
first half.
Yeah, big score right there. Josh Cuevas lined up on the left side and just kind of slipped free. Both linebackers anticipating run. They both went with Daniel Hill, and he was wide open across the middle, and it was man coverage. All the other DBs had their backs to the ball.
Talty on to try the extra point. Snap and spot are good, so too is the kick. It was 6:13 to play in the first half. Bama's pulled back to within 3. Once again, your Bromberg scoring drive recap. 6 plays, 78 yards, 2:28 off the game clock. The 25-yard touchdown pass, catch, and run. Simpson to Cuevas, the Talty extra point, and Bama is right back in this one, a 3-point game. A little past the midway point of quarter number 2, Corey.
Yeah, if you're Oklahoma right now with everything that's gone in your favor in this first half, and you're now looking at a 17-14 lead, still have a lead, but, man, there's got to be some wind coming out of the sails for this OU team. Alabama doing a good job mentally putting everything that's gone wrong behind them and responding the way that they have.
Satania is the deep man for the Sooners. Back at his 5-yard line. Talty approaches the football and will kick this one away. It goes to the right side, and a fair catch called for and made in the end zone by Jacob Jordan. He was the alternate choice for the Sooners among the 2 deep men, and the fair catch was called for at the goal line as Bama kicked it away from the explosive Satania. So 1st and 10 Sooners from their own 25. They need that crowd to make some more noise again and be a factor here as shadows are covering the playing surface completely here, almost completely here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Xavier Robinson in the backfield. To the left of the quarterback, John Mateer. 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Mateer stepping up, fires across the middle. Catch is made by the tight end, and he's going to fight forward near the 27-yard line. Jaron Kanik is the one who got the grab and the first down to move the sticks after a gain of 12 or 13.
Kanik just kind of sat right between the 2 linebackers for Alabama in a soft zone coverage. He was able to get just enough to move the chains.
2 wideouts each side. Bama with a 4-man front. Single setback. Mateer getting the snap, looking. He'll check it down. Running back makes the grab, gets good yardage for about 7 or 8 up to the 45 of the Sooners. Bray Hubbard, the free safety, came up and made the hit for the Crimson Tide.
Just rushing 4 men, trying to do a couple of twists up front, unable to get to Mateer. But he does have happy feet back there as he checks it down. And it's a good thing, just keep everything in front of you.
2nd and a couple for the Sooners with Robinson in the backfield. And a tight end offset to the right. Trips to the near side of the formation as wideouts. Mateer will hand it off to Robinson, who will fight to the first down mark and beyond. Gets into Bama territory, I believe, at the 49 if they do give him the forward progress, and they do. So first and 10 Sooners on back-to-back first downs.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now for Alabama is we have to win first down. So far, Oklahoma stayed ahead of the chains with nice productive yardage on first down, setting themselves up in second and third short.
Wide outs each side. Two receivers to the right, one to the left, and a single setback in Robinson. Handoff goes to him, tries to skate to the outside, can't. Gets knocked down for a gain of a yard. Damani Jackson, the corner, came up and made the hit from the far side of the field.
I think also was Justin Hill in on the tackle, who kind of from that linebacker position did a nice job of scraping down the line and wrapping up Robinson. But you won first down. Now let's do it on second.
Tim Keenan out, London Simmons in to replace him in the middle of the defense. On second down and 9 for the Sooners. They get a four-man front for the Tide. They swing it out near side, trying to set up the bubble screen, and the bubble gets burst. Great job on the part of Red Morgan there to snuff that one out. I think he got a little help maybe from Keon Sapp, the strong safety. Justin Jefferson coming over as the Sooners hurry to the line of scrimmage. Bama looking confused defensively, and that's why Kalen DeBoer will get a timeout called right here. That's a good one because there was a lot of chaos
Alabama
on the Bama side of the field. Corey, that was a heads-up play by the Sooners to try to get Bama on their heels, but what are you seeing upcoming on a third down and 7?
Well, you saw Kalen DeBoer running down immediately when he saw the defense wasn't getting ready and how fast Oklahoma was trying to go on that play. He knows how big this third and 7 is with 3.5 minutes left to go until halftime. Got an opportunity to get the football back if you can get a stop right here. This defense is playing aggressive. Oklahoma's trying to get ball out quick, get the ball in some guys in the hands of some guys in some space. But we're playing downhill right there. Keon Sabb and Red Morgan just absolutely blowing that last play up for a short game. But this is a huge play right here for this Alabama defense. Played well all this first half, but give this offensive football back with an opportunity before we go into half.
Kelby Collins in for Alabama defensively, along with James Smith and also Keon Keeley. Coming up from the edge again, I believe, is Pierre. Bama drops back in coverage. Stepping up in the pocket will be Mateer. Dumping it off, flag down, incomplete. Probably a hold in the backfield.
I hope it's that, not a face mask. Because we did tackle a little high on John Mateer.
Big call coming up with 3:25 to go in the quarter.
There is no foul on the play for offensive face mask. It'll be fourth down.
They were looking at maybe a hand to the face on OU, but still, we'll take the fourth down instead and hopefully get the football back with just under 3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, looking at the replay, Yanze Pierre's left hand did come across the face mask of John Mateer, but he didn't grab anything, I'm assuming. I mean, that's just, I would still think that would be hands to the face, though, but we dodged a bullet. About time, huh?
The official was right. There were no hands to the face on Oklahoma. So back to punt will be Miller. Standing inside his 10 is Adams. He's going to return it from the 9 and gets knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. And now you got some activity on the sidelines. No, everybody just puts their hands up and say, we're cool. You had about 3 Bama players deep into the sideline area for Oklahoma, but thankfully we're able to get everybody to the right sideline. Quickly, we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Trips right, 2 wideouts left. Now Tide will bring a double wing look, if you will. Tight ends are just offset. Miller to the right, Cuevas to the left. Simpson getting the snap, looking, checking down to Jam, who gets hit, stacked up and brought down at the 13-yard line. Reggie Powers III is the man who applied the hit.
That'll be the last play before the 2-minute timeout. Nope, we're at 3 minutes. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Just got the sun out of our eyes. The retina were burned out. So you got it correct now. 2:50 and ticking. Time left as Bama's got an empty set at the moment, but Jam will likely join Simpson in the backfield. He does so now with 2 wideouts left to either side of the formation. Simpson waiting on the snap, gets it. Pressure coming from the right. Bama throws to the right. Cuevas, first down and more as he stays on his feet. Finally gets bumped out of bounds by Jaden Hardy. And it will be a first down Alabama, brought to you by Bank First as we move the chains to the 28-yard line.
And Corey, we hit him right where that boundary blitzer came from. They tried to replace him with a middle linebacker, but not before Cuevas got it.
Bama throws it across the middle. Ryan Williams sits down as he gets to the 35-yard line. A nice first down pickup as we've gotten now to the aforementioned 2-minute timeout. A man who's always ahead of his time, Tyler Watts, giving you that as Bama trails 17-14, but will try to change that before we get to the halftime locker room. Back after this break with the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For news.
2 minutes to go before halftime. It's Alabama trailing Oklahoma 17-14. Bama fans, after another Alabama victory, drop by and celebrate at Full Moon Barbecue. Now with 16 locations, there's always one near you. It's the best little pork house in Alabama. Join us coming up for the Full Moon Barbecue halftime report. Corey Reamer is our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter. And Corey, this Alabama offense starting to pick up some rhythm against this Oklahoma blitz.
Yeah, that was a great job on that last play. Ty Simpson reading the fire zone blitz. Oklahoma had 7 guys at the line of scrimmage, and they ended up dropping one from the line, but bringing an extra, so they still brought 7 guys. Tried to replace the blitzer with a middle linebacker who was mucked up in the A-gaps. He read it perfectly, fired the football out there to get a nice completion right there on that first down play. It was a phenomenal job of picking it up, giving him time to make that throw as well.
Tyler, I don't want to take all the credit away from OU because they have indeed forced takeaways and made the most of it, but Alabama's been its own worst enemy, or so it seems, in this first half.
They have, but we're starting to see the Alabama receivers and running backs learn their lesson of ball security. Anytime they get in contact, they are immediately going to 2 hands, or in Ryan Williams' case, just immediately dropping to the turf. Look, he ain't a dude that's going to be running through anybody, so go ahead and get what you can get down. Let's play the next play, and that's exactly where Alabama found themselves now in a second and short situation. Staying ahead of the chain, staying ahead of schedule is so important because you force Oklahoma to get out of all those exotic looks that they love to run at you on 3rd and long situations.
Roger Hoover does a great job of supplementing the info for me, just sharing that Alabama is outscoring the opponents 49-10 in the last 2 minutes of the first half, and it's amazing how they can have some issues and then explode in these final 2 minutes, and especially the last minute, it seems, of first half so far. But now at the 2-minute mark, Alabama will have second down and a couple upcoming at their own 35-yard line. Tide breaks the huddle, and we'll have Daniel Hill in the backfield. Hollywood, and I believe, Isaiah Horton to the left, and joining them to the left side is Bernard. Play action. Tide looking across the middle. Cuevas first down at the 45, dragging tacklers to the midfield stripe, or just shy of it. Another bank first down. Robert Spears Jennings, the free safety, got the ride that time, Corey.
Yeah, it looks like we're utilizing the tight end a bunch. Those are the guys that are finding their ways open against this Oklahoma defense today.
Hill to the right of Simpson, again from the pistol. Cuevas, one of two men wide left at the moment. The snap to Tide. Looking, pressure coming. Checks down. Daniel makes the grab. Got a yard, but no more as he was hit immediately. The linebacker, Owen Henneke, is able to make the stop. A gain of only one on the play, maybe two, for the Crimson Tide.
Well, and Ty Simpson took a shot as he was releasing the ball. He had Cuevas actually wide open down the sideline, but didn't have enough time to get to him.
Alabama with three wideouts in formation, but everybody's bunched in tight at the moment. Simpson will hand it off to Hill. It's got blockers left side, cuts it back. Flag down on the play, though, as he gets inside the 40. Likely a hold on the Crimson Tide because of where it came.
It's going to erase about a 15-yard gain also.
Holding offense number 5. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains second down.
Tough there on the veteran Jeremy Bernard.
And now you're in a tough spot here on second and about, 18 or so?
First penalty on the Crimson Tide. It's 10 yards for holding. And the clock moves near the 1 minute mark as you're now at second down and about 17. Simpson with time, looking across the middle. Catch is made. Hill, he's going to get to midfield and more. Daniel upended as he gets to the Sooner 47-yard line. Eli Bowen, the corner, made the business decision to go low and was able to upend him. And it will be third about a yard, 17-yard pickup. It was second and 18. Bama got 17 of it back. Simpson on play action, avoids the rush, rolling right, firing, catch made. Cuevas first down. Great poise and patience from Simpson and great recognition by Cuevas, I believe, to break that route off and just get enough for the first down.
Amen. You're able to move the chains, and now with just 29 seconds to go, you still need probably 15 yards for a field goal try. I look for Alabama to take a shot here in the next play or two.
Still got 2 timeouts in the hip pocket, so you can use the middle of the field if you need it. So now Jam will go wide right for the Crimson Tide with 4 wideouts if you count Cuevas to the left. And now he and Jam will switch as Cuevas goes right and Jam will be offset to the left side. Simpson gets the snap, has time, fires, catches made. Jam will now say incomplete. I thought it hit the turf. It hit in his hands and then hit the turf. It would have been a gain of about 5, but we'd have had to burn a timeout.
That OU defensive front, boy, they just absolutely blew up Jeremy Bernard as he was going across the middle. Man, the middle of the field is where you want to attack this OU defense. And right now, with their D-line is wore down as they substitute new guys in. You're going to have more time. Just can't take a negative play.
Second down and 10 with 25 seconds to go in the half. And again, 2 timeouts at their disposal. Edwards, one of the tight ends, left. One of 3 men to that side of the formation. Simpson looking, firing left side, and that's going to be incomplete. Some confusion there, I believe, as Jeremy was on more of a post route. And that time, it looked like Ty was expecting the out.
Well, it was as much a throwaway as anything else. There was a deep safety over the top of Jeremy. There was no way he was expecting the ball. Ty Simpson had pressure. They brought about 8 men on the blitz package, and he's just trying to retain field position.
Boy, a big third down right here for Alabama with 19 seconds to go in this first half. And Oklahoma has to burn a timeout, trying to get a guy off later. They would have had too many men on the field.
Timeout. Oklahoma. It is their second. It will be 30 seconds.
So a bit of a break for Alabama, depending on what happens on this play, that you didn't have to burn the timeout there.
Yeah, you got to be able to convert the first down, though.
Yeah,
in order for it to really matter. You're definitely not in field goal range here, and I think even if you get close to the 30-yard line, that'd be what?
And I said a break only from the standpoint if you get to talk things over for your offense. It's not that you had to stop the clock because it was already stopped at that point. But again, Alabama, a couple of key turnovers that have led to 14 Oklahoma points. One of them an 87-yard pick six, and then a fumble in your own territory that allowed a short field and a touchdown as well. Corey, what have you got for us?
We got 3rd and 10 right here with 19 seconds left. Hopefully we convert this get a first down right here to keep the ball moving, try to put 7 on the board. But this wind is blowing down here on the field level in our direction in favor of us if we do have to kick this.
From the
kick
north,
it from a little bit of distance if we need to.
Yeah, from the north to the south that Corey is referencing as Simpson will operate from the pistol again with Hill to his left. Jeremy comes in motion near side. Simpson firing left side for Bernard. Back shoulder catch near the boundary. That is going to be a catch or an incompletion. 2 officials. One says catch, one says incomplete.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down.
They got to look at this, don't they?
Oh, yeah,
2 officials there.
Heck of a back shoulder throw.
That's a catch, baby. Did he bobble it at the end? That's the only question. But the official that had the best view is the one that said it was a catch.
Yeah, and the one that called it said he was juggling. He was blocked by the defender.
Yeah,
I don't see that ball moving at all until he hits the ground. Unless
we see another angle that shows something different, that's a catch. All the way to the turf. All the way to the turf. He even got the left cheek and then the right cheek down before he lost the football.
Timeout. Alabama. It is their second. It will be 30 seconds.
And again, another play under review presented by Ziegler Meats. Corey, what do you got?
The only thing I can see right there from the replay is if they're going to call it where he didn't complete the process of catching the football, but it looked like he had full control until he hit the ground. But that's the only way I say you call this an incomplete pass is just as he got 1 foot down, didn't really make a football move, but ball comes out as soon as he hits the turf. I don't know. It looks like a completed pass to me.
Did they not say it's under review? I know Alabama called timeout, and Kalen DeBoer is going to be really ticked if they're not spending time looking at this one.
They're definitely not. They're not over at the video board looking at reviews at all. They're ready. They're not even checking it.
How do you not? That is unbelievable.
This crowd's letting them know, too, right now.
Wow.
Well, you can't take a sack. You can't take a sack.
But it's 4th down and 10. In motion, Cuevas to the right side. Gets the snap. Simpson looking. Pressure coming. Fires. Catch made. That's a first down and more for Isaiah Horton. Bama will use its last time out with 6 seconds to go. And now you're going to have to, I believe, go for a field goal right here.
Yeah.
Kalen DeBoer still upset. I don't blame him with 16 seconds to go as to why we didn't have the previous play reviewed, which would have kept a timeout in your hip pocket and also allowed you to have a closer window to the end zone.
Well, but it worked out. We were able to get the little 4th down conversion here, and now we'll go ahead and send out Connor Talty.
Let me tell you, with the way this half is gone, I will absolutely take 3 points in a 17-all tie at the half.
Hey, starting back off from 0-0. Boy, I can't give enough credit. Our offensive line is playing outstanding right now, allowing plenty of time for Todd Simpson to be able to survey the defense and find the matchups where we are creating separation, and they are there all over the field.
Tell you what, we've given up a sack. We've rushed for 35 yards. It feels like more than that. But we're not going to kick a field goal right here. We're 6 seconds left. We're going to try to get a little closer, or maybe one shot to the end zone with a timeout available. Pistol formation. Ty gets the snap, looking, firing left side. Catch is made as he got out of bounds. Jeremy Bernard with a very nice gain of 5 or 6 that makes it even a more comfortable opportunity for Connor Talty.
Absolutely. Right there on the sideline, a little 5-yard out. Ball thrown high. He's able to get both feet in. Ball doesn't come loose after the catch.
36-yard try from the near hash. From the hold of Blake Dowd. And the snap will come from David Byrd, I believe. But we've got a timeout, Oklahoma, as they'll try to ice the Bama place kicker, Connor Talty, who on the year has made 11 of 16. His longest was 48 yards against Missouri. In this range of 30 to 39 yards, he's 4 for 4 this year.
This is a big kick right here.
It is.
We need a great snap, good hold. The only issues he's had all season, I'm not even mentioning it.
Well, here's the thing. We have handed them 14 points. If you miss right here, you will have handed them 17, which is what they have on the board right now. And I say 17 because of the math of obviously missing our own. So it will be a 36-yard try. Again, Bird, the snap. The hold-up coming from Dowd. Snap was high. Placement's down. The kick is hooked left. It was a bad snap. Dowd got it down, but Talty hooked it because the timing was off on a bad snap. First part of the sequence got us, and we go to the locker room down 17 to 14, and I'm sure it's not a happy Kalen DeBoer that's making his way towards our Corey Reamer. And the head coach is indeed getting there. They may have gotten a fingertip on it. Corey with Coach.
Coach, going into halftime down 3 points right here. A lot of things didn't go your way in this first half. What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, take care of the ball, snap the ball on a field goal.
Pretty simple as that. Some message got to come out a little bit different in the second half.
Yeah, we can move the ball on these guys. We can get stops. The takeaways that they got on us are a killer. We just got to go out and keep playing. We knew that. We knew it was going to be a four-quarter game.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Corey. And thank you, T-Mobile, who present us Coach DeBoer at the half. Alabama rolls with T-Mobile, the best mobile network in the U.S., according to Ookla Speed Test. 17-14, Oklahoma with the lead at the break. Roger takes you through the halftime numbers when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tide pride. When I'm carrying the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Bama gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Roll Tide from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/GoBama to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
We're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hi, this is Coach Kalen DeBoer. Coke Zero Sugar is the Coke taste you love with zero sugar. Try it today and roll Tide.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, oh, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
This is the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama. Alabama football is also brought to you by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Allstate, you're in good hands. Bud Light, proud sponsor of Alabama Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And by Ford, proud partner of the Crimson Tide. The Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report starts now.
Halftime in Tuscaloosa. Our score at the break, it's Oklahoma 17 and Alabama 14. Welcome to the Full Moon Barbecue Report. I'm Roger Hoover. The game stats and facts brought to you by Cadence Bank. Cadence Bank, a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Cadence, there's opportunity here. Alabama was outscored 10-0 in the first quarter. Then the Crimson Tide go on to outscore the Sooners 14-7 in the second quarter. And our score at halftime is Oklahoma 17 and Alabama 14. Individually, Alabama's Ty Simpson, the quarterback, 22 of 31 passing for 246 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Leading rusher Daniel Hill with a rushing touchdown, 7 carries for 19 yards in this game. Top receiver Jeremy Bernard, 6 catches for 62 yards, his longest 17. There was also a receiving touchdown by Josh Cuevas in the first half. Alabama had the football for 19 minutes 20 seconds in the first half. Oklahoma only 10 minutes 40 seconds, with the Sooners taking advantage of 2 Alabama turnovers, scoring 7 points off of that. And at halftime, it's Oklahoma with the 17-14 advantage against the Crimson Tide. The Domino's Drive for Dough is presented by your locally owned Domino's in Tuscaloosa. If Bama scores on its first drive of the second half, Cindy Bradley of Northport, Alabama will win a gift card for the amount of yards in the scoring drive. Enter to win on the RolledTide.com contest page to be the next Domino's Drive for Dough winner. Alabama trailing the Sooners 17-14 at halftime. In football, there's always a winner and a loser, but when it comes to great Southern barbecue, there is only one winner. Full Moon Barbecue, voted one of America's top 10 barbecue joints, and now with 16 locations to serve you. You're listening to the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. Up next, we'll check scores from around the country and the SEC with Jet Ainsworth at our studios, giving you the Alabama Power scoreboard update. Our score at halftime at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, it's Oklahoma 17, Alabama 14. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Dad, are you going to make s'mores or not?
Air mattress inflated, tablet charged. Yes, ready.
I thought the point of camping was to get away from it all.
I've been really responsible with my savings. Have to spoil myself un poquito.
Mother Nature. Meet my dad, the Glamping King.
Glamp your way to financial growth with a checking or savings account from Cadence Bank. There's opportunity here. Find a branch near you at cadencebank.com. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Favorite jeans, favorite shirt. I can make a sausage and I'm firing it up. Yeah, everybody knows that's how I get my grill on. You can smell that flavor up and down the road. It's a little taste of heaven, and everybody knows that's how I get my grill on. Kanaka sausage. It's just a little taste of heaven.
The Crimson Tide plays here. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Did you know that your largest organ is your skin? The Wound Care Center at DCH is an outpatient clinic focused on modern treatments for chronic wounds and non-healing sores. Our team is staffed with dedicated physicians, nurses, and therapists who specialize in treating chronic wounds and identifying their complex causes, circumstances, and challenges. When you need more than a Band-Aid, there's the DCH Wound Care Center. Learn more about our services at dchsystem.com/wound care.
Domino's delivers game days across Tuscaloosa and the surrounding area. Locally owned and operated in Tuscaloosa for over 30 years, the team at Domino's is proud to be a supporter of Alabama football and athletics across the capstone. Domino's would like to thank our customers for supporting our local business for over 30 years. Make Domino's your choice on game days year-round and enter our weekly Drive for Dough contest this football season. Domino's is proud to deliver your Alabama Crimson Tide game days anytime. Visit RollDominoes.com. Thanks from Domino's and Roll Tide.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Alabama. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university. Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
We're at the half, and the Tide are trailing by a field goal to Oklahoma, 17-14. I'm Jet Ainsworth. This is your Alabama Power scoreboard update with the latest scores from the SEC and around the nation. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. One score in progress between top 25 opponents. Going on out west in L.A. at the Coliseum, number 21, Iowa, visiting number 17, USC.
USC stacking everything up on the line. Here's Gronowski. A rollout right. Flags fly. Gronowski's looking. Fires. Caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Dayton Howard.
That's Gary Dolphin with the call from Learfield. They are coming out of the half. Beginning of the third quarter in Los Angeles, the Hawkeyes leading the Trojans 21-10. Alabama's halftime highlights are presented by Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Do dip with Hellman's and do no wrong. Well, an auspicious start for Oklahoma. They jumped out to a 10-0 lead, but Bama would have an answer.
Waiting on the snap from Brailsford with Hill to his right. They'll hand it to him. Pushing forward. Pushing deep into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Bama bullying their way in on that one. Michael Carroll, the right tackle, running interference among others. And with 10:36 to go in the second quarter, Alabama's made it a 10-6 ball game.
It would end up being 10-7. Oklahoma would add some more points on the scoreboard, and the Tide would once again have an answer.
Williams and Brooks to the right. And in tight left is Jeremy. Snap goes to Tide. Blitz coming. Dumps it off across. Cuevas. 10, 5. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. 25 yards on the throw, catch, and run. And that one looked really easy.
Alabama would have an opportunity to tie it with a field goal. The field goal miss, and that's where we sit at halftime. Oklahoma leading the Tide 17-14. Those are the Alabama halftime highlights presented by Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. On the other side of this break, we'll take a look at scores from around the nation. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Barkley makes it easy.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
Roll Tide. I'm Katherine Robertson, proud graduate of the University of Alabama, and I'm running to be Attorney General. Under the leadership of President Trump, America has had a winning season, and I'll stand with him to make sure we keep winning, putting criminals behind bars and deporting violent illegals. I'm proud to have the support of the Alabama Farmers Federation, along with sheriffs and police chiefs from across our state. Visit KatherineFrage.com to join our team. Roll Tide.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General. P.O. Box 530063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
The kick is blocked, and Bama's got it! This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Huddle up, football fans. Tailgate season is here, and nobody gets you ready for the game like Academy Sports and Outdoors. Swing by your local Academy store or shop online at academy.com to find everything you need, from grills to jerseys and more. Don't forget to stop by our newest store in Birmingham on Highway 280. Fun can't lose, and neither can you. Gear up today at Academy Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide.
We're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hi, this is Coach Kalen DeBoer. Coke Zero Sugar is the Coke taste you love with zero sugar. Try it today and roll Tide.
Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
This is your Alabama Power Scoreboard update with the latest scores from the SEC and around the nation. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Some top 25 scores in progress. 6th-ranked Texas Tech, they're 9-1. They're hosting Central Florida in Lubbock, and it's been all Red Raiders. Texas Tech leading 38-2. Also, number 16, Georgia Tech. They're on the road taking on 1-9 Boston College. And Georgia Tech is in some trouble. It's the third quarter. Tech trailing BC 21-14. Also, they are back underway at the Coliseum in Los Angeles, USC and Iowa. The Hawkeyes leading that one 21-10. Earlier today, it's been 286 times that a team has had a 27-point lead in the SEC, and nobody has ever come back to win until today. Texas A&M in College Station saw themselves down 30-3 at halftime to South Carolina.
Run to the right side, run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. We are tied. E.J. Smith, 99-yard drive.
That's Andrew Monaco with the call from Learfield. 28 consecutive points by the Aggies, but they would still need to play some defense to hold off a late charge by SC.
From the 25, arrow formation to the left for South Carolina. 4th and 16. Here comes Brooks. Sellers steps up and runs to the right. Ball game! What a comeback by A&M! Wow!
Final score, Aggies now 10-0, 31-30 winners over South Carolina. Number 2, Indiana. They are 11-0. They walk away from Wisconsin 31-7 today in Bloomington. Also, number 9 Notre Dame was a winner. They win at number 22 Pittsburgh 37-15. 18th ranked Michigan, they escape. They went into Northwestern. Northwestern trying to become bowl eligible this week, and they almost had it. Michigan wins at the gun.
Here we go. Snap is good. The ball's placed down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Dominic Sabata will walk it off, and Michigan survives at Wrigley.
24-22 the final. Michigan wins. They're now 8-2. Next up, the second half kickoff with Chris Stewart, Tyler Watts, Roger Hoover, and Corey Reamer. I'm Jed Ainsworth. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Lease a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $279 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through December 1st, 2025. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $4278 due at signing. No security deposit. With select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Hey, college football fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of game day's #1 pour. We're celebrating every snap from coast to coast because it doesn't matter what colors you wear as long as Evan's there. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and enjoy the smooth, rich taste of my favorite Kentucky bourbon at your next tailgate. Roll Tide. Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus, enjoy responsibly.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This has been the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little porkhouse in Alabama. Alabama football is also brought to you by Cadence Bank. Cadence Bank is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Barkley GMC. Barkley Buick GMC, where Barkley makes it easy. Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Do dip with Hellman's and do no wrong. And by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. Now let's go back to the stadium for the call of the second half. Roll Tide.
We're getting ready to start the third quarter at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's Oklahoma 17 and Alabama 14. Roger Hoover, glad to welcome you back inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth, proudly serving Alabama communities for over 67 years. Ticket to the house this season with the Alabama Manufactured Housing Association and the Crimson Tide football team. This week's contestant is Mike Murphy from Centerville, Alabama. If Bama scores the first received kickoff in the second half for a touchdown during today's game, Mike will win up to $75,000 towards the purchase of a manufactured home from an authorized AMHA dealer. Don't miss your chance to take it to the house this season. Register at rolledtide.com/take-it-to-the-house. Certain terms and conditions may apply. Complete rules are available at rolledtide.com/take-it-to-the-house. So best of luck to Mike Murphy coming up when the Crimson Tide receive the kickoff. Today's game sponsor is Chevron. With Techron, unbeatable fans deserve unbeatable mileage. Choose Chevron with Techron. Again, the score as we get ready to start the second half of action in Tuscaloosa. It's Oklahoma 17 and Alabama 14. Here are the call of the second half inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth. The voice of the Crimson Tide, Chris Stewart.
Roger, thank you so very much. Tyler Watts, Bama really needs to not allow a touchdown right here and have to play catch-up. Again, it's time to play go-ahead, not catch-up in this game.
Well, the defense has played so good all evening, all afternoon long, rather, holding Oklahoma to only, 106 yards of total offense. So they've done their part. Look for no different here. You got to win first down. That's been the recipe to forcing punts for this Oklahoma offense. So big opportunity here for the defense to come out and set the tone. Alabama offense playing extremely well in the second quarter. Need to continue that here throughout the remaining 30 minutes of play.
14 points off the two takeaways if you're Oklahoma, giveaways if you're Alabama. It all depends on your perspective. As Talty will kick it off for the Crimson Tide, and this will be a high kick that'll carry into the end zone for a touchback, and the Sooners will start 1st and 10 from their own 25.
We're due a pick. We're due a turnover.
We've had one in our hands and couldn't hang on to it. It would be great to see it happen for the Crimson Tide right here. And the Bama defense calling on the crowd of over 100,000 to make some noise, and they are obliging. Overton and Pierre on the edges. Actually, now Pierre will slide over and give a three-man front. It's like he's going to rush from a gap as the handoff will come to the edge. The Sooners will get close to and pick up the first down and more, as getting a big gain on the first play of the second half is Isaiah Satania. Dejon Lee held on for dear life. Bama was trying to punch it away the way the Sooners did, but didn't have a similar result. Instead, it's a 20-yard gain for OU to their own 46 or 46, and then they'll run it for good yardage across midfield into Bama territory. Xavier Robinson getting the job done before Bray Hubbard got him to the turf. So 2 run plays.
Unique look there. They split both tackles out wide and just 3 offensive linemen right around the ball. But poor tackling by the linebacking core of Alabama. Should have only been about a 3-yard gain. Instead, they pick up 7 or 8.
They do get 7 officially as the officials spot it back at the 47-yard line of Alabama. Trips left, one man near side of the field. Robinson, the running back, to the right of Mateer. He gets the snap. He looks to throw. He's going to have to scramble. He's got some room outside the pocket. A flag comes in as he gets stacked up, breaks a tackle, and gets to the 40. But again, this one is going to come back. LT Overton, I think, either got the stop or got held.
Holding. Offense, number 56. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
remains second down.
Michael Fasusi is the man guilty, the freshman left tackle. Corey, a big break for Bama there.
Yeah, especially Oklahoma having the success they just had coming out of the second half. Not what you wanted to see. We'll take that penalty to change a little momentum right there, put them in a second and long situation.
Jordan Renaud will check in for Alabama, and also Isaiah Faga at the nose guard. And also Kelby Collins along the front. Then we're going with some fresh legs out there on second down and 13 for OU. Play action. Mateer with time, looking, checks down to Robinson, and he gets up in it. A great play by the Crimson Tide's Red Morgan. And boy, Robinson slow to get up as he got hit. I don't know if they got him in the shin or in the knee, but he's going to have to come off the
for
field.
An offensive player injury.
He got hit around the knee and absolutely upended by Red Morgan. No gain on the play, so third and long set up here for this Alabama defense.
Torrey Blaylock checks in, a freshman at 5'11", 203 for the Sooners. A passing situation, obviously, on third and a long 13. Pistol formation for Mateer. Pressure coming from Bama. He'll spin. He'll fire. It is caught for a first down and more to the 36-yard line of Alabama. Satania able to get some room down the near boundary, and the Sooners move the sticks on a 20-yard gain.
And it caught us right between the safety and the corner once again in that soft two-man coverage.
Three-man rush as they throw a bubble screen left side. Ball was on the turf, but Bama couldn't get it. It was Satania who dropped it and then got it back, I believe. Keon Sabb is the man who made the stop, but it's a 2-yard
loss. And a fumble forward out of bounds. The ball be placed at the spot of the fumble. It'll be second down.
I think it was Red Morgan was the first Alabama defender to Satania punching that ball loose.
So another negative play, but again, got to do something on second and then third down. 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the left. Mateer rolling to his right, looking, being chased. He will be brought down. Keon Sabb stayed with him the whole way as he chased from the backside and gets the first sack. I believe that may actually go as a run. I believe he did get to the edge, and it'll likely be a run, but regardless, it's a loss of a yard or 2, and it will be third down and 14. They are 2 of 6, including, obviously, the 20-yard pickup on the previous third down play.
Well, we got our hands on Mateer last third and long. Can we do it again and bring him down?
We do get credit for the sack on the previous play. Let's see what happens on third and long. Across the middle they go. Hit delivered. A big one by Bray Hubbard despite the catch from the tight end, Jermichael Carter. Actually a wideout at 6'2", 200, but it will be a gain of only 5, and they'll have to go for a long field goal here.
I think that's what they wanted, though.
It is one of the best kickers in America, but it's going to be a 52-yard try from the left foot of Tate Sindel. A 55-yarder against Kentucky and a 55-yarder against Tennessee. His long ones for the year. This one is from 52 in the near hash. Bama pressuring, but the kick is up. Does it have enough? It does, and it is good. So the Sooners make a 52-yarder, but it remains a 1-score game. A 6-point lead at 20-14. Timeout on the field. Sooners on top with 10:38 to go in the third quarter here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Need some stocking stuffers for the holidays? Bomb Hours Victory Grill has you covered with their gift cards and signature sauces. Now through December 24th, get a $5 bonus card with every $25 in gift cards purchased, and spice up your holidays with Bomb Hours famous signature sauces. And check out Bomb Hours' new soon-to-be famous sauce box for only $24.99. Go to your local Bomb Hours or order online at bombhours.com under the Shop tab. Bomb Hours is also happy to announce that these sauces are now available in several grocery stores throughout Alabama.
Hey Crimson Tide, when you bring Hellman's creamy buffalo chicken dip to the watch party, you can be a couch coach, cheer too loud, or worse, bring a friend who knows nothing about football.
How do they get the yellow line to move on the field?
Because when you do dip with Hellman's, you can do no wrong. That's a Hail Mayo. Hellman's, the official mayonnaise of Alabama athletics. Bring out the best.
Hey, Crimson Tide fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Alabama football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's go Crimson Tide. SeatGeek.
10:38 remaining in the third quarter. It's now Oklahoma after that field goal, building the lead to 20-14 over the Alabama Crimson Tide. On that drive, we did see a sack by Keon Sav, and that makes it 19 sacks this season. Bama's sack count presented by Guthrie's, home of the original chicken finger and a proud partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Visit us in-store or online at Guthrie'sChicken.com and roll Tide. Let's go down to our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer, again brought to you by Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's to score superior protection from pests and termites. Corey, it was good on that drive to see not only the sack from Keon Sapp, but just a lot of pressure on John Mateer.
Yeah, that's a good response by this defense, giving up two big plays to start the second half, ending with a field goal attempt right there. Again, Oklahoma's got one of the best field goal kickers in the country, but holding them to three is big. Now you're down 6, still a one-score game right here. Keeps them out of the end zone. Defense continues to do their job, as they have all season long, really putting a lot of pressure on them. The offense put a lot of pressure on them with the way they played in this first half. Hopefully it looks a completely different look this second half from this offense. It's going to start right here.
Yep. 2 turnovers leading to 2 touchdowns for OU. A missed field goal by Bama, a made one by the Sooners. And that is every bit your difference in this ball game. 20-14, OU with the lead, 10:38 to go third quarter. Sandell to kick off, and Lizier Brooks deep for Alabama once again to the near side of the field. Cole Adams, the up man to the far side, and the kickoff will come in the direction of Brooks, and he will watch it sail into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 Bama from their own 25-yard line, and we hope in many ways, frankly, the offense will pick up where it left off in terms of moving the football, but we hope that the turnover bug was terminated during the halftime break.
That's really the biggest thing. I mean, we found a lot of things that we're having success with. Ty Simpson getting good protection and delivering some strikes downfield. Need to pick that up. And as you mentioned, just ball security across the board.
Daniel Hill gets the start at running back to begin the second half. Simpson working from the pistol. 2 wide outs each side, bunched in tight. Ty gets the snap, looking, firing right side for Bernard, but it's beyond his reach. He had Jeremy, but he dove and couldn't come up with it. Eli Bowen was a step behind the Bama receiver as the pass was off the mark.
It's a long throw for Ty Simpson and just barely out of the reach, off the fingertips of Jeremy Bernard. Threw it from the left hash all the way across the numbers on the right side.
See if they're setting something up here on second down, perhaps. Couldn't convert there because you've got trips to the right side, and change that now as we'll have trips to the near side of the formation, including the tight end, Edwards. Single wide outs each side actually now for the Tide as the handoff will go to Hill, right side, bounces it to the 30, to the 35, 40. Hill on his feet still, 45 across midfield and run out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Nope, they're going to say back at the 47, but still after a 28-yard gain, a bank first down into Oklahoma territory.
Just a zone read or zone concept on the right side, and he presses the hole and is able to bounce it to the outside. Heck of a pickup that time also by Wilkin Formby. Jeremy Bernard, a little banged up on the play, has to exit the field.
Scott Horton come in as Williams and Brooks check out for the Crimson Tide. 2 tight end look with Cuevas and Edwards. Trips to the right side for Alabama. Edwards, the tight end, is to the left. Now they'll bring Cuevas in motion left side. Straight handoff going to Hill, who gets stacked up and will not gain any yardage on the play. Heineke is the one who made the stop from the weak side linebacker, and Bama loses a half yard.
Trying to test that interior Oklahoma defensive unit, one that they were able to wear out there in the first half. 2 consecutive runs to Daniel Hill. Now they're behind the chains, though.
Daniel will check out. Jam comes in to replace him. One of 3 men wide right initially for the Tide in the empty set. Let's see if that changes. Wideouts left are Brooks and Ryan Williams. Now Jam will come to the left side of the formation as well. Ty gets the snap. Pressure coming. Checks down to Cuevas, but hurdles a man. Stays on his feet. 40, 35, then runs over a man at the 30. Wow, Josh Cuevas. A huge play showing his athleticism on one end, his toughness on the other. A bank first down inside the Sooner 30.
He's been the go-to guy here for Ty Simpson. It was Reggie Powers who went low, trying to take his legs out. He's able to tightrope the sideline, and as you mentioned, takes on another DB in Robert Spears-Jennings.
Time to score and take the lead, fellas. 2 wideouts right, actually 3 left. Cuevas is to the right side of the formation. Now he'll come in motion to the left. Ty gets the snap, looking, firing, fades, got a man, catch is made and knocked out of bounds. Isaiah Horton had man coverage. Robert Spears-Jennings tried to defend, but a perfectly thrown ball, and Bama sets up shop deep inside the Chick-fil-A red zone. 1st and goal from the 3.
Alabama's going to hurry. They don't want this play reviewed, as it was right on the sideline.
Snap, handoff, Jam, fighting forward, keeping the legs churning.
Give it to him.
He is down at the 1-foot line, I believe. Maybe inside of a foot.
Hardest run, though, I've seen Jam Miller run all evening long. Lowered his pads and just fought for that end line. No hesitation.
He'll check out, though, and Daniel Hill will come in to replace him. Alabama will huddle. They still got 20 on the play clock. Hollywood checks in. Isaiah is in. Cuevas is in, tight to the left side. We're going to go with a Wildcat, and Hill gets the snap, looking, fighting, end zone, touchdown Alabama. And let's start over. Tied at 20 with 7:27 remaining here in quarter number 3. Bama will try to take the lead on the extra point attempt upcoming from Connor Talty. A new snapper in the game. And Alex Rozier. Kick is up. Kick is good. And Alabama, for the first time today, has a 21-20 advantage in the ball game. Your Bromberg scoring drive recap. 7 plays, 75 yards, 3:11 off the game clock. Timeout on the field. 21-20 is our score. Good guys on top here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
This is Crimson and White Country. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Huddle up, football fans. Tailgate season is here, and nobody gets you ready for the game like Academy Sports and Outdoors. Swing by your local Academy store or shop online at academy.com to find everything you need, from grills to jerseys and more. Don't forget to stop by our newest store in Birmingham on Highway 280. Fun can't lose, and neither can you. Gear up today at Academy Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide.
From fajitas and gumbo to grilled fillets and fried fish baskets, U.S. farm-raised catfish is the ultimate ingredient for bringing people together. It's also low in calories, high in protein, and let's face it, just really, really good. Reel in the compliments with crowd-pleasing recipes from our friends at Sweet Grown Alabama. Trust me, you can't go wrong with their simple, delicious ideas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Learn more about U.S. farm-raised catfish today at sweetgrownalabama.org. That's sweetgrownalabama.org.
7:27 to go in this third quarter. It's now Alabama in front, 21-20 over Oklahoma. Big shout out to Big Mike's Steakhouse for taking care of our broadcast crew this season. Thank you to Big Mike, Scott, Kane, Michael, Brad, Casey, and the whole staff for the great food and the warm Southern hospitality. Visit online at BigMikeSteakhouse.com for a Big Mike Steakhouse near you. New restaurants coming soon to Gadsden and Millbrook. You're always close to a Big Mike Steakhouse. Let's go down to the field. Our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer. Corey, what can you tell us about Jeremy Bernard?
Yeah, he came up a little gimpy right there on that big run by Daniel Hill. Looked like it was a lower leg, injury right there. The doctors are looking at him, checking him out in the tent right now. Hopefully he's able to return here shortly.
Thank you to our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer, former Tide linebacker. He's down on the field. Former Bama quarterback Tyler Watts here in the booth alongside the unathletic myself and our broadcast host Roger Hoover. Connor Talty kicking it off for the Crimson Tide. A short kick and a fair catch called for by Jordan inside the 5. So the Sooners will settle for a 25-yard line starting position on their second drive of half number 2. The first resulted in 3 points. But a good start to that first drive before the Bama defense stiffened.
Just need to not give up the explosive plays here defensively. Win first down. Force John Mateer into throwing the football.
Mateer will have 3 wideouts left. Bama will show a 4-man front. 3-down linemen and walk up, or 2-down linemen and walk up 2 edge defenders as they swing it out and it's deflected. Tim Keenan III got a paw in the way of Mateer and deflected his pass. Pretty good athleticism there from the big nose guard.
The agile nose guard.
He is indeed.
Did a little loop around from that nose guard position. They had a stun up front, so he goes to the outside and gets his hands up.
One of the captains that spoke at the pep rally last night for homecoming here in Tuscaloosa as Torrey Blaylock is the running back to the left of Mateer. Play action to him. Mateer wants to throw. Fires. Catch is made in the middle of the defense, and they'll get up near midfield. Jermichael Carter making that grab to move the sticks for a first down for OU on a gain of 22.
Coach DeBoer always talks about stacking plays together. The defense needs to do the same thing here.
Mateer getting the snap, looking plenty of time, fires out, catch is made, shy of the first down mark. That's Carter again, but he will gain 7 on first down, maybe even 8. Second and short for the Sooners as they're in Bama territory at the Tide 46. First down marks at the 43. London Simmons, along with James Smith, among those on the Bama defensive front. Handoff goes left side, stacked up, brought down shy of the first down mark. I believe that's Blaylock. And he was not able to go anywhere. London Simmons is the one that led the push.
They're at the point of
the
attack.
Alabama D.
Yeah, they're at the point of attack. It was London Simmons, and then Red Morgan came from the backside. So a third and short situation right here.
Third and a couple. The Sooners just 2 of 7 on third down so far. Renaud's up front, so's Overton. He'll actually check out, and we will keep Kelby Collins on the field. Quick toss left side, trying to get to the edge and nowhere to go. And a flag down. And that's going to back the Sooners up if we don't take the play.
Illegal formation, offense, more than 4 players in the backfield. The penalty is declined. It'll be 4th down.
Yep, they lost 2 as it is, Tyler, so no point in taking the penalty.
Take the play and the loss.
We're good.
2 far for field goal, obviously. Surely they're going to punt it here.
As they bring the punting unit on, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Careful of the fake. Sooners did that here in this stadium the last time they visited Tuscaloosa. But this time they will punt it away. And back at his 5, watching it sail thankfully into the end zone, is Cole Adams, a touchback, and it brings us to immediate timeout. 5:09 remains, third quarter. Bama 21, Oklahoma 20, as good as advertised here in Tuscaloosa on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Roll Tide.
Alabama wins it.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Hey, Crimson Tide fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Alabama football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's go Crimson Tide. SeatGeek.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in. Like Kubota BX and L-Series compact tractors that get the job done right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Visit rolltide.com/Kubota for a list of statewide participating dealers.
5:09 remaining in this third quarter. Alabama 21 and Oklahoma 20. Our radio affiliate of the game is 100.5 FM in Center, Alabama. Follow the Crimson Tide Sports Network on Facebook. Tell us where you were listening from for a chance to win 2 free meals from Jack's. Thank you to 100.5 FM in Center, Alabama for carrying Alabama football this season. Crimson Tide about to get the football back at Alabama's own 20-yard line. Tyler Watts, last time we saw this offense move effectively down the field.
Yeah, great protection up front, affording Ty Simpson the ability to deliver strikes downfield. The middle of the field continues to be open. Oklahoma's going a lot of zero-man press, or not man press, but just man coverage, and the Alabama receivers have been able to take advantage of that. Look for Oklahoma to make a couple of adjustments in coverages as they're trying to bring pressure, and they are unable to get home.
Alabama will break the huddle across the way around head coach Kalen DeBoer and go with Proctor and Cam Dewberry on the left side of the line. The center, of course, Brailsford. Wilkin Formby at right guard, and then at right tackle, it will be the freshman Michael Carroll. Corey, what'd you see?
Good news is Jeremy Bernard came out. He's been out there on the field making some cuts. Looks like he's going to be able to continue to play for the rest of this game.
That is very good news. I'm not sure he's in the huddle right now, waiting on them to break so we can tell. He's not at the moment. Daniel Hill's in the backfield to the right of the quarterback, Ty Simpson, who's got 3 wide outs to the left, including tight end Edwards, who now will go in motion to the right side. Play action. Simpson stepping up, checking down. Hill tripped up by the turf monster, but he's still got 4 yards on first down and will take it. Could have been about 6 or 7, though, if he kept his feet.
Ty Simpson is doing such a nice job, but when he feels pressure, because he had pressure around the left side, of knowing where his check down is. It's Daniel Hill or the tight end coming out of the backfield. He's taking those 5-yard gains.
Here comes Jerem into the game. He's to the near side of the formation. 3 men are wide right, including a couple of tight ends. Bama seeing that the Sooners are showing blitz from the edge, and they will change the play. Still 12 seconds on the play clock, so plenty of time. Simpson now with just 1 man wide right. Handoff will go to Hill, and he gets about 3, 4, and scoots forward to make it third down and about 2.5, 3 at the most.
Good hard running, though. Contact made at the line of scrimmage. He's able to lean forward and pick up positive yardage.
Hill will go wide to the right side of the formation. Will go empty right now anyway for Simpson with 3 men wide right, 2 left. 4-man front for the Sooners. We need 3 yards for a first down. Ty gets the snap, stepping up in the pocket, firing, and it's too hot. Tried to connect with Bernard, but there was too much steam on that one.
Stick it on the numbers, Ty. Stop trying to make the perfect throw. Stick it on the numbers.
So a
ball sails high on him across the middle. The middle continues to be where the open receivers are, though. Jeremy Bernard working on a safety on a little 10-yard in route. If he sticks it on the numbers instead of leading them, it's a completion and a first down.
So a 3 and out for the Crimson Tide, and a tough one right there, as now it will be Alabama bringing Blake Dowd on to punt. Dowd, no pressure, will boot this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 35-yard line. That one only covering 38 yards. And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10 from the 35 easily. The toughest of the 3 punts we've seen from Dowd today. He was averaging 47 yards on 2 previous punts. As the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. They bring 3 men to the near side of the formation. 2 men in the backfield. Pistol formation. Handoff goes up the gut, and a great job on the part of Edric Hill, able to fight off a blocker and get the stop after only a gain of a yard by Xavier Robinson.
Edric Hill took on a blocker and made the tackle while engaged, almost reaching around the offensive lineman to bring down Robinson.
Nobody wide left, 3 men wide right, and a tight end to this side with Robinson in the backfield to the right of Mateer, who gets the snap, rolls the pocket right, fires underneath, incomplete. Trying to connect with Satania the third, but incomplete, as that one was in and out of his hands. And it'll be 3rd and long for Oklahoma with 3:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. They hurry to the line of scrimmage. 1 man wide left, 3 to the right.
Don't call timeout.
Timeout, Alabama. It is their first. It will be 30 seconds.
It's a cat and mouse game going on where they're hurrying up to the line of scrimmage, either trying to catch us with 12 men on the field or in some sort of personnel change, because they're not substituting, we are. However, most offenses will get to the line of scrimmage. That quarterback wants to see what the defense is doing before they snap the ball. Very rarely do you see them get up with defensive people all over the place, randomly snap the ball and have any sort of success.
It's only a 30-second timeout, so we do keep it right here.
Still twice, though, they've called us in that. And we've had to burn timeouts as a result. It cost us in the first half because we could have used that timeout later. Hopefully it doesn't come out to bite us here.
Sooners 2 of 8 on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 9. The line of scrimmage right at their own 36. Robinson, the running back, to the left of Mateer, who's got 2 wide outs each side. Bama showing a 4-man front. Mateer trying to buy some time, fires, incomplete. He drops down sidearm, and a flag down in the backfield.
Got to be holding. It was thrown by the umpire. It's got to be a holding.
Please be a holding. Still talking.
Personal foul, chop block. Offense, 65 and 59. The penalty is declined. It'll be 4th down.
So even though we had a little drama because of the extra delay before the call, Bama forces the Sooners into a 3 and out. So the defense is starting to rise on both sides.
Yeah, doing a good job. And there's still some open receivers getting downfield. Mateer just doesn't set his feet and deliver an accurate pass on 2 consecutive plays. And Alabama fortunate here to force another punt.
4 punts, 49 yards from Grayson Miller so far. Again, 2 men deep for Alabama, with Adams, the up man, and Williams deep. It'll go all the way to Ryan. He'll get sent back to his 6. Ryan trying to find some room. Will try to get to the edge. Makes 1 man miss, but is drugged down from behind as he gets to the 17-yard line. Good job by the Sooners after a 10-yard return. And we will keep it right here. Taylor Heim, by the way, is the man who made the stop in coverage, as the Tide will have it 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Tell you what, you got two good defenses going at it in this one, but opportunities for the Bama offense if they can just connect. Jam Miller back in the game as Simpson operates under center. Trips to the near side, tight end to the right side of the formation for Bama. Now in motion to the right will be Horton. Handoff will go to Jam. He's able to pick up nice first down yardage. Got 4 on that play. It'll be 2nd and 6. That was old school look right there.
Just right off left tackle. And nice push by that offensive front. You can kind of see we're wearing down this defensive line for Oklahoma.
Again, not a ton of rushing yards for Alabama. Only about 64. However, the accumulative effect starting to factor in. Handoff again to Jam. Nope, Ty kept it himself. He's got a first down as he hurdles a man and gets to the 30-yard line. A bank first down with a great fake and run from Ty Simpson.
Boy, he actually made 2 defenders miss. First, it was Heineke, the linebacker, coming up. He kind of juked him and got to the outside. And then, as you mentioned, the safety came up, and he was able to get over the top of him and move the chains. Big first down.
I don't feel bad saying that Jam had the football because I think Jam thought he had it as well. But at the last moment, Ty was able to pull it out and get the first down yardage to the 30-yard line. Miller in the backfield again now as we operate from the pistol with trips right, tight end left. Jam to the right of Simpson, who operates from the pistol. Handoff to Miller, trying to get to the edge. Does. Cuts it up at the 30 and will gain 2, maybe 3 on that play. It'll be 2nd and either 7 or 8 upcoming for the Tide.
Not a huge gain there. We were able to get to the edge. Just not quite enough speed to be able to outrun the defenders.
Man, they're only giving him a yard on that play to the 31, so 2nd and 9 actually for the Crimson Tide.
But you're making the defense run. That's the most important thing. Keep leaning on them.
2 tight end look for Alabama's. You got both Edwards and Cuevas on the field. That's happened a lot today. At the moment, they're both lined up to the right side. It's Jeremy in the backfield with Ty. Play action. He'll look. He'll fire incomplete, and that was by design because it was not available for Alabama. They had Jeremy covered well.
Yeah, Grayson Halton, the defensive lineman, did not bite on that.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. Number 5 was in the area to pass. It'll be 3rd down.
So that was an important throwaway. It was set up perfect. You just had one defender for Oklahoma not bite.
I was looking downfield. I saw 74. I thought, man, maybe he was open as the wideout. Nope. That's the big fella in his usual tackle spot who was just running interference there, but Proctor not an eligible receiver on the play. We got twins stacked to both sides of the field on 3rd and 9. Simpson looking. Look out. He gets hit. Ball's in the air. That's a fumble, I believe, and the Sooners have taken it away again.
It's the pressure around the right side, and it's not. They brought more than we could really hold, but it's Ty Simpson. You've got to control the ball in the pocket. There's no reason with your eyes to that side you shouldn't be able to see that pressure come and secure it. A sack is not the worst thing.
Boy, Kalen DeBoer giving his quarterback an earful, too, as he makes his way to the sideline.
You know, it's a wide 9 technique. Michael Carroll does all he can. Ty's got to either step up in the pocket hard or just secure it. That's a tall ask for your offensive line. You put your defense in another bind.
That's the 3rd giveaway to the Sooners, the 2nd on a fumble inside your own 30-yard line. 50 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter, 1st and 10 Sooners at the Bama 28. Quarterback keep. Mateer trying to get to the edge. Boy, do they get away with a clip? They not have, but they'll gain about 3 yards on the play. Yeah, I thought it was a hold or a tackle by the Sooner offense as well. Justin Jefferson is the man who got there, as we're down inside of 30 seconds now remaining in this 3rd quarter of play, and Bama clinging to a 1-point lead. Mateer getting the snap, stepping up in the pocket, firing near side, and that is going to be broken up. Oh, they're going to call pass interference on Red Morgan. He was battling with Satania And both were hand-checking, and Morgan knocked it away, but they're going to call him for a pass interference penalty.
Pass interference. Defense, number 16. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
It's the right call, though.
It is. You're right.
Red Morgan was all over him, and I don't blame him. I mean, yeah, they got a lot of contact, but his hands were controlling the shoulder pads of Satania. Got to force the field goal here. Probably going to see quarterback run down inside the red zone. Who knows? Chris, let's tip a ball here and get an interception.
I'd be really happy with that. First and goal from the 10-yard line. 14 seconds remain in this third quarter. Bama up by 1 at the moment. But the Sooners, after forcing a third Bama turnover, are setting up shop first and goal at the Bama 10. Pistol formation. Mateer will hand it off, and very little running room on the final play of quarter number 3 for Torrey Blaylock. Final 5 seconds are going to tick off the clock, and we will flip into the field. And everybody gets those fours up. 21-20. Bama trying to hang on against the Sooners when we come back for the fourth here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Game day is about big plays and big energy, but it's also about the little things. It's about the energy of a community coming together to cheer for our heroes on the field, the tireless work that goes into every game from the front gate to the 50-yard line, and making memories that last a lifetime. Alabama Power knows that dedication makes all the difference. That's why we're here to keep you moving with reliable power and the programs that help you save. Now that's big. Alabama Power, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Touchdown, Alabama! This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live booth and courtside cams, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus replays of Crimson Tide Rewind. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes, coaches, and media members that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Crimson Tide.
At Alabama, you know what it takes to be the best. You don't win it all year after year by being a copycat. You do it by setting the standard, by being the original. And that's exactly what Guthrie's is, the original. The original chicken finger restaurant that started a Golden Fry dynasty. So keep the Golden Fry game day tradition alive with a gut box loaded with chicken fingers and that signature sauce. It's a winning combination every single time. Guthrie's, the original chicken finger restaurant.
We start the fourth quarter in Tuscaloosa. Alabama 21 and Oklahoma 20, our score. Roger Hoover giving you a look at the Alabama Power Scoreboard update, the only other game in the SEC in progress at the moment. 10:46 remaining in the third from Neyland Stadium. Tennessee 27 and New Mexico State 3. Earlier today, we saw the comeback of all time for Texas A&M, defeating South Carolina 31-30 after the Aggies trailed 30-3 at halftime. And then it was also a comeback win for LSU. 23-22 against the Arkansas Razorbacks as the Tigers win the Golden Boot. And then it was Kentucky, a home winner, 42-10 over Tennessee Tech. Today's game between Alabama and Oklahoma, presented by Chevron with Techron. Unbeatable fans deserve unbeatable mileage. Choose Chevron with Techron. Again, our score, it's Alabama 21 and Oklahoma 20. We come to you live inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth, proudly serving Alabama communities for over 67 years. Here to take you the rest of the way on Play-by-Play, the voice of the Crimson Tide, Chris Stewart.
Roger, thank you very much. Alabama trying to keep the nation's longest active home winning streak alive. Currently at 17 consecutive games. The last Bama loss inside Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium came on September 9th of 2023 when the Tide fell to then 11th ranked Texas 34-24. They would turn around 2 weeks later and beat Ole Miss to start the streak that they're on right now. But Oklahoma putting that in danger. 21-20 Alabama. But as we start the fourth quarter, they will have second and goal from the 10. Mateer with two wideouts right. And now 2 tight ends to the right as well. A single setback to his right against a 4-man Bama front. Mateer getting the snap, handing it off, and fighting forward for a gain of about 4 on the play will be Blaylock. It'll be 3rd and goal from just outside the 5. Yanze Pierre got the stop. They'll bring Robinson in as Blaylock checks out for the Sooners. Bama with Keenan, Smith, and LT Overton along the defensive front. Also Pierre on the edge. 2 men wide right for OU. Mateer looking, wanting to throw, but he's going to be brought down at the 6. Great job in the end zone by Alabama, covering everybody, and then the front made sure Mateer had nowhere to go. Sabb and Mincy were in coverage, and Alabama forces the Sooners into what is virtually a guaranteed field goal from the foot of Tate Sandell. But again, holding them to a try for 3 from the far hash. The left-footed kicker with a great angle there. He's already made a 52-yarder. High snap, but it's down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good, and the Sooners go back on top with 13:41 remaining in the 4th quarter. It's a 23-21 Sooner advantage, but Tyler Watts, Bama again making Oklahoma settle for a field goal.
Yeah, defense doing a heck of a job, though. That's 16 points that we have set Oklahoma up in short field position that they've been able to capitalize on. Offensively, Alabama and Ty Simpson have got to make sure that we take care of the football and move the chains.
25-24, sandwiched around 52 yards on the length of the field goals. And again, that one covering 24 yards for the Sooner, a 5-play, 22-yard drive that took 2:09 off the game clock. Again, 3 turnovers by Alabama today, an interception that resulted in an 87-yard pick 6 and 2 fumbles inside Alabama's own 30-yard line. Again, as Tyler said, 17 direct points coming off those. A pick 6 and then the short field resulting in another touchdown, and thankfully that time just 3 points. But the Sooners lead it by 2 as the kickoff by Sandell will carry into the end zone and through the back of it for a touchback. So 1st and 10 Alabama from their own 25, trying to stay out of their own way, but man, has OU's defense been on the field a lot tonight. 26 minutes, while the Bama defense has been out there for 20. Not quite the disparity that it was earlier, as Hill is the man in the backfield for the Crimson Tide. Williams to the far side of the field. Lottie Brooks and Isaiah Horton to the near side. Simpson getting the snap, the handoff to Daniel, who runs right up the gut and right over a linebacker, getting to the 30-yard line. A great 5-yard pickup on 1st down. Sammy Omasigo is the one who has cleat marks on his chest from Daniel Hill's presence. 2nd and 5, Bama. Trips left, including the tight end Cuevas. Horton's all alone to the near side with single coverage. Now we shift and put the tight end to the right along with Brooks, leaving Williams all alone to the left side. Handoff goes to Hill, and he had room. Tyler, he hesitated. If he just busted to the edge, he's got at least 5 yards.
Well, but if Parker Brailsford is able to pick up the linebacker who's scraping down the line of scrimmage, there is no other defenders for Oklahoma. It's either a cutback or just, as you mentioned, turn on the burners and get to the edge.
Bama 4 of 9 on 3rd downs. They got a 3rd and 5 right here. Trips left, 2 right. Empty set at the moment for Simpson. Now Hill will join him in the backfield after the reset. Play clock just now down to 12, so it's not a factor. Balanced formation with 2 men each side. Simpson getting the snap at 2. Looking, pressure coming up the middle, steps up, wrapped up, stayed on his feet briefly, and now goes down back at the 20-yard line. Devon Jordan is the man who got the second sack of the game for the OU defense. Third, actually, excuse me.
Just too much pressure by Oklahoma. They're just winning the one-on-one matchups when they know it's obvious passing. It's just ran right through Daniel Hill, who's trying to offer the protection.
44-yard average for the Tides. Blake Dowd. A beautiful high spiraling kick. The fair catch called for and made by Satania back at his 30-yard line. But the Sooners have the ball in a 2-point lead when we come back. 11:38 remains in this one. The defense has been great, but they need to be again with a Tide down 2 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Roll Tide.
Alabama wins it.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
At Alabama, you know what it takes to be the best. You don't win it all year after year by being a copycat. You do it by setting the standard, by being the original. And that's exactly what Guthrie's is, the original. The original chicken finger restaurant that started a Golden Fried dynasty. So keep the Golden Fried game day tradition alive with a gut box loaded with chicken fingers and that signature sauce. It's a winning combination every single time. Guthrie's, the original chicken finger restaurant.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
11:38 remaining in this game. It's Oklahoma 23 and Alabama 21. Let's go down to the field to our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer. Again, brought to you by Cooks Pest Control. Call Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. Corey, it's this Alabama defense going back to work, but nice to see Oklahoma start a drive in its own territory as they take over with the football here on their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, let's see what this defense can do when they've got to pin back a little bit. Maybe we can get after John Mateer, force some errant throws, potentially create some turnovers right here. But we could use a 3-and-out at a minimum. That would be massive. Get the ball back. When you got a punt from backed up like this, maybe we can get the offense in good field position as well. Down 2 with 11 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. We just got to tighten up. We've been doing good on first and second down. We've had a couple of third and longs that they've converted on us. We've got to get off the field in a hurry. Do not let Oklahoma get some sustained momentum going right now and hold on to this football for very long.
Mateer had a 20-yard touchdown run with 8:49 to go in the second quarter after they took over inside the Bama 30 again because of a fumble. But that is their only offensive touchdown today. Everything else has been the interception return of 87 yards and the 3 field goals. But those points all matter no matter how you do arrive at them. They lead 23-21. They will keep it with a quarterback, Mateer. He is stacked up, brought down, and will not gain a yard. It'll be 2nd and 10 from right at the 30. Renaud getting credit for the stop.
Fake the speed sweep to Satania. It was shut down as well. Mateer pulls it in for no gain.
Nose of the football right at their own 30 for the Sooners. Robinson in the backfield. 2 wideouts right. A tight end offset to the left along with a wideout near side. 4-man Bama front. Snap coming to Mateer, swings it out near side, catch is made, and a first down is gained by Giovanni Gibson. Bama with soft coverage right there, and they were able to find a spot.
Yeah, it's just an 9-yard out that you're able to advance for the first down. Red Morgan unable to get up underneath the throw.
So after a gain of 11, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line for the Sooners. Clock ticking under 10:45 to go. Need a stop as the Sooners will hand it off to Robinson. He makes one man miss, and then the pile fights forward for a gain of 3. Deontay Lawson ultimately got him to the turf, but it'll be 2nd and 7. Actually, maybe 2nd and 6. Somewhere in between, as they'll spot it right outside, or inside, I should say, their own 45-yard line. Pistol formation again for Mateer. 2 wideouts left, 1 right. 3-man Bama rush. Mateer looking, still plenty of time all day. Now scrambles to his right, directing traffic, fires back across his body and almost picked off.
Kyle Hill-Green had it in his hands. He had to leap to the turf, but he was trailing Mateer, who tried to throw back across his body to a receiver, or his tight end rather, and overthrew it.
Among the differences in this game, Mateer has thrown 2 balls that were in and unfortunately out of the hands of linebackers for Alabama. Meanwhile, they've had an interception and also 2 fumble recoveries. 9:51 to play in a huge 3rd down and 6.5 upcoming. Burks and Satania are wide right. 2 men are wide left. It's an empty set for the quarterback, Mateer. A 3-man Bama rush. They blitz. They'll throw across the middle. Catch is made, and the first down is gained to the 40-yard line of Alabama. Again, Giovanni Gibson, a big 3rd down grab.
Yeah, just a slot receiver running a little 5-yard hitch, and he's completely wide open. Able to move the chains once again. Missed opportunities.
We brought pressure, but couldn't quite get to him. Pierre had his hand up, but late. And also, as he drops down sidearm, it certainly helped Mateer to find an open alley to complete that pass. 1st and 10 from the Bama 40. Clock at 9:12 and moving. Mateer getting the snap, handing it off. Robinson trying to find room, can't. Gets a yard, maybe 2 at the most.
Oklahoma continuing to run the football, though, if nothing else, just to keep their defense on the sideline. They have had favorable field position, it seems like, all afternoon long, able to get it across midfield.
Kelby Collins getting credit for the stop for Alabama, as the Sooners again have Robinson in the backfield. The game clock at 8:43 and moving. Play clock at 15. Balanced formation with 2 wideouts each side. Mateer getting the snap. Quarterback draw. Made 1 man miss. Trying to break free from another. Does. Then gets tripped up as he gets to the 35-yard line. They may give him forward progress to the 34. But another 3rd down upcoming for OU as LT Overton gets credit for the stop. But it's 3rd down and about 3 for the Sooners, who are 3 of 11 on 3rd downs today. Come on, defense. Empty backfield at the moment for Mateer. Pistol formation with 2 wideouts right and a flag, and I think a Sooner moved with 7:52 to go.
Full start. Offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Eddie Pierre-Louis called for procedure. And that will make it now a 3rd and 9, and that is much better from the Bama perspective.
Yeah, and also from the standpoint, if you get any sort of negative play here, they're out of field goal range. They've been awfully good in these situations. The Mateer buying time and able to find defenders. Wouldn't be surprised if Alabama brought a little pressure.
It'd be around 50 yards if they tried it now, but we got to get a stop first. Trips right, 1 left for the Sooners. Robinson, the running back. Mateer looking. Pressure coming. Unloads it. That is...
There's nobody there.
There was nobody there. That's an incomplete pass, but it should be intentional grounding.
And there's still nobody there. This is intentional grounding. They'll get it right.
Yep. You got to trust that they will. Nobody in the vicinity. Still for Oklahoma. He threw it right at the feet of a lineman. Throw the dang flag.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 10. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Loss of down. 4th down.
That does take them out of field goal range. And the Bama defense does its job. Kane Womack, the coordinator across the way, pumping his fist as that group has once again done the job.
It's Kelby Collins who applied pressure right up the middle, completely untouched. And Mateer just trying to avoid the sack. Threw it in the dirt, and there wasn't anybody near him.
Nope.
Need a bigger turn here.
Boy, it'd be great. Williams will be the up man of the 2 deep men for Alabama, with Cole Adams back inside his 10, waiting on the punt from Grayson Miller. He'll boot this one away. Cole will watch it hit, check up, and be downed around the 6-yard line. Wasn't what we hoped for, but at least we got the ball, and still only down 2 with 7:14 to go. Time for about a 7-minute drive when we come back. Bama down 23-21 of the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, oh, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
This is Crimson and White Country. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Planning a tailgate in the quad before the big game? Watching with friends at home? Sack the stress of what to serve and make Fusakli's part of your game plan. Whether you want to roll on through the drive-thru or order from the Fu app, we've got you covered. Our hand-battered chicken fingers, house-made sauces, and gallons of fresh squeezed lemonade are the perfect play call for your party. So, before kickoff, remember that football starts with Fu. Fusakli's, proud partner of the Crimson Tide.
7:14 remaining in Tuscaloosa. Oklahoma 23 and Alabama 21. Best move of the game presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game. Proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. How about the move we just saw by Kelby Collins, supplying the pressure on quarterback John Mateer of Oklahoma, leading to the intentional grounding that stalled that OU drive. Now it's the Crimson Tide with the football at Alabama's own 6-yard line. Tyler Watts, it's time to take care of the football, then move the football.
Well, first thing you got to do is give yourself a little bit of breathing room here, but sometimes when you're backed up, it opens up some opportunities to push the ball down the field. Obviously, you just don't want any slow developing plays. So look for Alabama to run the football. Had some success running the ball on first down, though, with Daniel Hill just playing bully ball right up the middle, saying, let's go offensive line, let's zone it up, and let's get a hat on a hat and push this pile forward.
Jeremy Bernard's in the huddle along with Lottie Brooks. Daniel Hill, tight end Cuevas. We'll see where all the chess pieces get moved as they break the huddle. And, of course, in this offense, they could get moved around even after we get to the line of scrimmage. Sooners showing 4-man front. As Bama initially will go with 3 men right now. The shift will bring Hill to the backfield to join Simpson from the pistol. A wide out to each side and a strong side left. Handoff will go to Hill, trying to get to the right edge. Does, gets tripped up, but as he gets to the 9-yard line, boy, he is slow to get up. He got hit low and now will get to his feet. See if Daniel will stay out there. Comes off the field. Yeah, he's going to check out and we'll get jammed into the game.
Good run, though, on first down. Give yourself a little bit of breathing room.
3 yards to the 9. 2 wideouts left. Ryan Williams all alone to the right. Jam to the left, and now leaving an empty backfield as he goes in motion. And Ty, with still 8 seconds, will change the play. 4, 3, gets the snap. Looking. Dances around, looking downfield. Now he'll run it, and Simpson will get across the 10-yard line to about the 11 or 12, still turning it into positive yardage, Tyler, and setting up a clutch, huge 3rd down for the Crimson Tide.
3rd, and they're going to call it about 5. Got to move the chains.
6:10 and ticking, time left. Massive play in this ball game with trips to the right side of the formation. All alone to the left is Bernard. Simpson with 15 on the play clock. And that clock moving now under 6 minutes. Will shift 3 men wide left. Cuevas is the tight end to the right side. 2 on the play clock. He gets the snap. He fires. He's got a man. It's Bernard. He's got the bank first down. Up around the 20. Move the sticks as Guillory forced him out of bounds, but not until he got the first down yardage to the 20-yard line.
Good, strong throw by Ty Simpson all the way across the field. Great protection up front. Oklahoma brought 5. We picked every one of them up.
So 1st and 10 from the 20. With the clock moving under 5:22 to go. Miller in the backfield to the right of Simpson. He'll bring Bernard in motion. No, he'll just hand it off to Jam left side. He's got running room. 25 and ahead now to the 28-yard line. A great first down running play for Alabama here with the clock ticking near the 5-minute mark.
Over the left side of the line of scrimmage, just doing a nice job of getting a blocker up front. I believe it was Tyler Brailsford once again leading the way from that center position on the edge.
Yep, again, Brailsford at center with Formby at guard and Carroll the right tackle. Cam Dewberry at left guard and Caden Proctor at left tackle for the Crimson Tide. 4:40 and moving with 2nd and 2 upcoming. We operate in the eye and hand it off to Jam, and he's got a first down, stays on his feet as he gets to the 33-yard line. It was an I formation with Cuevas, the fullback. I almost forgot how to describe it. It's been so long since we've seen it. Guillory and Heineke get credit for the stop, but not until another bank first down with 4:16 to go. Bama with two timeouts left. Trips left, including a couple of tight ends. Edwards and Cuevas with Brooks wide left. Jams in the backfield to the left of Ty. On 1st and 10. Hands it off to Jam again. Bounces it back to the inside. Nowhere to go.
And there's only 5 people in the box, and it's a safety feeling hard at the snap of the ball once he sees run. You'd think we'd be able to pick up more than 2 yards.
2nd down and 8. From the 35, clock at 3:35 to go.
This is the drive here.
It is.
This is all you got.
We're down to this point. 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Hill in the backfield to the right of Simpson. Pressure coming. They throw it down underneath to Brooks, and Lighty gets stacked up. It is going to be brought down at the 41-yard line. A 3rd down upcoming. Bama wants a flag for a late hit. Part of the problem is there was no whistle coming till late, and Brooks is in a lot of pain.
Timeout for an offensive player injury.
He got drove to the deck after his forward momentum had stopped. And
I put that on the official for not coming in.
Absolutely.
That's the official standing there watching the play, and that's exactly what Kalen DeBoer is saying to the referee. You know, what are you watching? It's clear that he's not got, I mean, there are 2 men that have picked him up and stopped his forward progress, and will take the timeout as well. 3:04 to go. Oklahoma 23, Bama 21, but driving when we return on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Tide fans, let's take a 30-second timeout for a quick mental getaway to Pensacola. Sugar white sands, crystal clear waters, Remember, your perfect getaway is just a short drive away. So hit the road for the ultimate time out from the hustle and bustle. Fresh seafood, stunning sunsets, and relaxing beaches. All waiting for you in Pensacola. Saturdays with the tide and any day with your toes in the sand. That's the way to beach. Plan your getaway at visitpensacola.com.
The kick is blocked, and Bama's got it!
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
1225 is your ultimate game day destination. Catch the game on one of their 35 big screen high-def TVs, combined with an extensive menu of mouth-watering food and refreshing drinks. Juicy burgers, crispy wings, craft beers, signature cocktails. 1225, where the energy is high, the screens are massive, and the excitement is contagious. Visit 1225 on the Strip in Tuscaloosa, less than 2 blocks from Bryant-Denny Stadium. 1225 Sports Bar, where sports, food, and fun collide.
This season, honor the win and the West in Tecovas. Whether you're in the stands or out celebrating after a big win, Tecovas Western boots are handcrafted for all-day comfort. With colors and styles that look right at home, you can show your pride from head to toe. This football season, show up in boots. Find your perfect pair at Tecovas.com or one of our 50 Tecovas stores from coast to coast. Tecovas, forever West.
3:04 remaining in Tuscaloosa. It is Oklahoma 23 and Alabama 21. Coming up after the game, we will have the region's fifth quarter show and Coach DeBoer's press conference live, powered by Tri-Green Equipment. We just had an injury timeout brought to you by Andrews Sports Medicine. Team of doctors can help you achieve victory over injury. Andrews Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Crimson Tide. And with an update, we go to our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter, Corey Reamer.
Yeah, it looks like Lottie Brooks right there just took a little helmet to the leg, a little quad, bruise. It seems like he's shaken up, but it looks like he's going to be able to return to the game. It's all good.
Very good to hear indeed. And hopefully quickly at that, because it's third down and a long 2 yards to go for the first down. Crimson Tide with Cuevas split wide left, trip to the right side. That's the near side of the field. Simpson will bring Bernard in motion to the left. Hands it off to Hill, running right up the gut, spins off one tackler, gets stacked up, and he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. And Bama's going to have to go for it here on fourth down with 2:45 to play. And this is going to be your ball game right here for Alabama. Not over if you don't get it, but man, life's a lot easier if you can. We've run another lineman on late for the Crimson Tide in Olas Alinen. Two wideouts left. Caden Proctor in the backfield to the right of Simpson. Fake the handoff to him, run the sweep to Brooks. He's got a first down, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 44-yard line. It wasn't as big a gain as we thought, but it was enough. We used the biggest dang decoy on the planet and got the first down. A bank first down to the 44 for the Crimson Tide.
Boy, heck of a job there by Lottie Brooks picking up that first down.
The 2-minute timeout.
Knowing where the sticks were.
Sorry, partner. 2-minute timeout. 23-21. Oklahoma leading. Dixieland Delight. There's still a pulse on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Bama Nation, welcome to Shoe Station, your go-to destination for top brands and trending styles you love. With more than 100 stores across the Southeast, you'll find over 30,000 styles from Hoka, Birkenstock, Hey Dude, Brooks, Crocs, and more. Whether you're gearing up for game day or casual comforts on campus, Shoe Station has the perfect pair waiting. There's always something new to explore, so find your nearest Shoe Station and shop the latest arrivals. Stop by today and see what's waiting for you.
What's up, Alabama? This is Ryan Williams reminding you that the best offense against termites, mosquitoes, and other pests is Cook's Pest Control. I run routes and make catches on the field, but off the field, I trust Cooks to catch what I can't. Fast, precise, always getting the job done right, just like me. That's pest control you can trust. Call Cooks today for your free inspection. Roll Tide.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cooks Pest Control.
2 minutes remaining at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's Alabama with the football on the move, but trailing Oklahoma 23-21. Stay with us after the ball game for the region's 5th quarter show and the post-game press conference with head coach Kalen DeBoer. It's brought to you by Tri-Green Equipment. Alabama tradition runs deep, just like our football team. Tri-Green stands the test of time, and Alabama hometown's lawn and lane care equipment and sport you can count on. Visit TriGreenEquipment.com and roll Tide.
Hold her up tight.
Beat Oklahoma right now, the goal for the Tide. Alabama trailing by 2. Tyler Watts, we saw Alabama convert that first down. Now it's time to keep moving with the football.
Yeah, and they've had some success running the football on this drive as Oklahoma's playing 3 deep safeties trying to prevent the home run shot and the big gainers from occurring, allowing Alabama to get close to field goal range. They'll probably start ramping up the pressure a little bit more, though, here as they approach midfield.
You know, we can substitute since we've already taken care of Tennessee. We could say, and Boomer Sooner, too, for the song. But right now, while the fans are doing their part to make some noise and encourage the offense, they got to do their job up front and give Ty Simpson time to operate as the Sooner D locks in, facing a 1st and 10 from Alabama at their own 44-yard line. 2 timeouts left for Alabama, 3 for the Sooners, and a 1st and 10 from the 44 of Alabama, down by 2. Bernard is wide left, and so too will be Ryan Williams. Horton is wide to the right side with Jam Miller to the right of Simpson in the backfield.
Williams has a good matchup.
Ty, pressure coming, eludes the rush initially, now fires, and it's incomplete, thank God.
Call him down?
I think they did. They said he was down.
No. They were just marking that case. So it was not
Okay, got it.
That could have been devastating had he taken a sack.
Or thrown a pick.
They did call him down.
Oh, my goodness, they did. Back at the 34-yard line. So it's 2nd and 21 upcoming for the Crimson Tide.
And he was.
Man, Simpson with time now, looking downfield, still looking, firing near side, and it's short. He was trying to connect with Isaiah Horton, and it's incomplete.
Needed Horton to drive back towards that ball a little bit more as he had a little takeoff route and broke it off coming back.
Because you didn't need it all right there.
No. Ugh. You got 2 downs to pick up 20 yards. 21.
1:36 to go. Who we got? Ryan Williams coming off the field. Same too with Lottie Brooks. Bernard. Rico Scott.
We're going to have to burn a timeout.
And Isaiah Horton. We got to hurry. 2 seconds, 1, and we don't get the playoff. And boy, Kalen DeBoer's livid right now. Substitutions were late.
Alabama.
In 1:36 to go, and you have to burn one of your 2 remaining timeouts with the clock already stopped. All right.
I'd rather burn it right there.
Yeah, get it right.
Than have it in your hip pocket and not need it.
That's exactly right, because the fact is, you got 2 plays to get 21 yards and keep this thing going.
And look, Oklahoma is not just going to sit back in coverage and let you pick up 15 yards here. These defensive linemen are going to be teeing off. You're going to see some wide techniques, putting a lot of pressure on Michael Carroll and Caden Proctor. Ty Simpson has to step up hard in the pocket.
So I was going to ask you, so what is it going to be for Alabama?
Just something, a 10, 15-yard route. The middle will be open. You can expect some sort of zone behind it.
Cuevas, again, we hadn't really called his name much in this half.
He won't get lost in coverage, though. Look for a square in of some sort.
Huge play on 3rd and 21. 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Empty backfield for Simpson at the moment as Hill is offset to the right. Snap to Ty. Looking, firing across the middle. Catch is made. That's a gain of about 12 yards or more to Isaiah Horton. It'll be 4th down and about 8 upcoming to keep this drive alive and perhaps the hopes of Alabama in this game. Down to 1:19 and ticking. Bama's 2 for 2 on 4th down. But again, they've got to get to the 46 of Oklahoma to keep the drive going. They operate from their own 47.
Got to have some man beaters right here.
Plenty of time on the play clock. Got a feeling they called 2 plays in that timeout. Simpson getting the snap, looking, firing, and it's incomplete. He was trying to throw it near the 1st down mark to Ryan Williams. It was well covered and incomplete.
And short as well of the marker.
Yeah. Did he have more time, or did he just feel like there wasn't much time?
He might have had more time, but it was man-to-man coverage. You had to get rid of the football, otherwise the route gets covered up. It wasn't a great concept for man beaters. Need some sort of rub action, but you called what you called. Maybe if the ball's thrown a little bit more out front on time, maybe it's a 1st down, but that's kind of been the issue all day. Ball throw low and behind the receiver. Yeah, if the ball's thrown out front, it's probably a 1st down, but another inaccurate pass by Ty Simpson.
Victory formation for the Sooners. Ty today 28 of 42, 326, but a touchdown and 1 interception, and a fumble was costly as well. And the Sooners are going to escape here with a victory. Bama using its final timeout with 46 seconds to go. But it'll take a miracle of almost biblical proportions for Alabama to avoid its 2nd loss of the year, its 1st in conference play, and putting you in a spot where you got to beat Auburn in 2 weeks. Obviously take care of business against Eastern Illinois next weekend. And then see how it all unfolds as far as the SEC championship game is concerned. Sooners get the snap, they take a knee, and the final 45 seconds are going to tick away.
They're going to make them snap it again.
Are they?
Yeah.
Haven't had to just yet. Bama's thought they were going to have to. Yeah, there's 4-second differential in the play clock in the game clock. So they do have to snap it again, but only 3rd down. They do snap it again, and that will be your final 15 seconds. Oklahoma a winner as the Sooners improve to 4-2 in the league, 8-2 overall. Bama drops to 8-2 on the season, but now 6-1 in Southeastern Conference play. The Sooners keep their college football playoff hopes alive. Alabama's still very much alive, but a little cloudier along 2 with a berth in the SEC championship game, destiny not fully their own. When we come back, Roger Hoover will lead you the rest of the way as I head to the locker room to talk with Coach Kalen DeBoer. 23-21 again, your final. The Sooners beat Alabama here in Tuscaloosa on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Tide fans, let's take a 30-second time out for a quick mental getaway to Pensacola. Sugar white sands, crystal clear waters. Remember, your perfect getaway is just a short drive away. So hit the road for the ultimate time out from the hustle